Dude, you're wearing like a suit and you've got like silver fox hair. What's going on?
Yeah, you're looking good, actually, I think.
Looking pretty sharp, if I'm being honest.
That doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Okay,
All
Nietzsche.
right.
What's
Nietzsche, but all right.
You're nihilistic all of a sudden? What's going
I
on?
hate to break it to you guys, but Warner Brothers Discovery has canceled our podcast. We're no longer on HBO Max.
But we've put so much work in, and like it's done now.
Yeah.
Like, we just have to release it.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Nothing matters, honestly.
Okay.
Jesus.
It's kind of dark, but
Your whole perspective has changed.
yeah, it's...
Well, it doesn't matter what I think because I'm been contractually obligated to cancel our podcast. So this
Cancel
is,
us how? Like,
What do you mean? No.
Okay,
Josh,
oh,
no.
It's a good thing you shot me in the Kevlar because it's only on my chest, so I...
That kind of hurt, to be honest with you.
Do what the...
fuck!
Always got to do the 3-tap.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Hello.
This week on There Are Too Many Movies, we watched the Michael Mann film Collateral.
We did.
But before we talk about Collateral, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. I'm Chris, aggressive button-up shirt guy Collins.
I'm Josh, the Silver Fox Rodriguez.
Collateral Rodriguez.
Collateral. I'm Collateral. I am Collateral.
I am Collateral Man. And I am just Alex. I'm just a regular dude, just
regular
a
dude,
guy
sir?
on the street. Nothing crazy
What
about
happened?
him.
What happened to your fat cock, doctor?
I got my license taken away.
Oh shit!
What happened?
I prescribed too many opiates to children.
So that PhD,
Yeah.
pretty hard dick.
Yeah. I got a DSLs.
What?
So who wants to kick it off this week on what we've been watching?
I'll go first. How's that?
That's great.
I guess
How
we
is
don't
it?
really have a choice.
It's great.
I watched Under the Skin.
Ooh. Let's go. Wait. Before we do this,
Okay.
$5 a month on Patreon to support your local on the
He's
internet
so
podcast.
money grubbing.
Yeah. Do you want money or not?
Thinks about, dude.
I know. He's like,
Somebody has to.
how can I be rewarded for this? Everything has to give me a reward.
You're right.
Neuron
We're just
activation monkey
It's
Chris.
so fucking rude how you just interrupt my watch list.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys are right. We should just do this into microphones and then delete it because that's the only motivation for us doing this, right?
Maybe just don't interrupt my watch list.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want me to pitch the Patreon, is what you're saying?
Not right
So
now.
you don't want me
Not
to
while
tell
I'm in
you
the
about the
middle
Discord?
of my watch
Oh my
list,
God.
dude.
All right. Would you just relax? I know you've got a
But
gun. and
before I
everything.
continue, Patreon is only $5 a month, and you get a bonus
Oh.
episode. You get access to the Discord,
Feet pics.
feet pics. I mean, all sorts of fun goofs and gags.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
brought that up, Josh.
See naturally.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
natural.
All right.
That was really. That
And
was
you
really
didn't
good.
interrupt me that time.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I'm
I'll
saying?
edit the part where I interrupted you. I'll edit all that out. So then you'll just go right into that.
Well, he didn't
great
interrupt
idea.
you. He was already in a line of speaking.
Exactly.
True.
And
I was like, before I get into Under the Skin, we have a Patreon where you spend $5 a month.
that was good. Can you do one more clean of that? Ready?
he's such
one-
a controlling.
I watched Under the Skin this week, but before I talk about that, I want to tell you about the Patreon.
Wow. What's up? What's
Do go
that?
on. Please go on.
It's $5 a fucking month, and you get bonus shit, and you get some other shit, and you get some goofs and gags.
Some goosh and gags.
You get some goofs and gags.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. We've got a bonus episode a month.
One might argue there's tomfoolery.
Oh my goodness. Are there
Shenanigans.
japes?
Yes.
There's also quips.
There's also jokies.
There's also feet pics.
Yeah.
There's also tee-hee-ha-has. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're just being a bunch of fucking goofy guys, dude.
Just a bunch of silly gooses.
Shout out to all the
Wacky
blood
fellas.
relatives, by the way. Thank you for listening and thank you for supporting.
Oh, fuck
See you in the
Give us
Discord.
money.
So how's Under the Skin?
Under the Skin, directed by Jonathan Glazer.
Glazer.
Oh, I love when Alex does a good zer.
Glazer. I
All
just
right.
met her.
That one hit
Seemed
hard.
obvious.
That one hit hard for some reason.
That was a good one. All right. Jonathan Glazer, director of Sexy Beast, and not much else.
True.
The Netflix show, Sexy Beasts.
No.
No, not that
Alex.
dog shit.
That is cinema.
Sexy Beast is cinema, and it stars fucking Ben Kingsley.
Ooh,
Yeah.
he's an old man and not a sexy beast, though.
I mean, he kind of is, though. Anyways, that movie's
All right.
great. Under the Skin is fucking fantastic. One of the most visually striking films of all time. Where I vividly remember us all three watching this at the Angelica in Dallas when it first came out. Alex, you didn't enjoy it as much because you're not
No,
a cinephile.
Very odd how you didn't enjoy it.
Let me re-explain this for the 30th time for you.
Yeah, go on.
I was expecting a Men in Black style alien movie.
Why?
Because I don't know. But I was expecting it, and there was a shot where a man rode a motorcycle on a street for 60 seconds straight, and I was like, I get it. He's driving a motorcycle.
So let me
Or
get
writing, but okay.
Let me get this straight. You don't like Under the Skin.
No, I love Under the Skin.
You didn't like Under
I
the
didn't
Skin
like it at first.
because you expected Men in Black,
100%.
and you just couldn't get past that.
So do you
No, I did get past
do you
it.
go into every movie expecting Men in Black though?
Yes.
You're like, where the fuck is Tommy Lee Jones?
100%.
Where's Will Smith?
Where's a sweaty Tony Shalhoub in a gas station?
Thank you.
Where's the alien asking for sugar water?
Yes. It's anything with those actors. I'm like, okay, where's the
I
Men
know
in
you were
Black
setting
gonna come
yourself
in?
up. I know you were setting yourself up. Go ahead and do it.
More. Is that better?
That was good.
Thank you. I was holding for applause. This is a free podcast. $5 a month on Patreon, by the way. For more.
That was like an
bits.
anti-ad. You know,
That was an impression.
That was an anti-ad.
That was impressions. And, you know, when you do an impression, it's a very vulnerable type of comedy. And I appreciate
Right.
you guys being supportive of it.
Hey, man. That's why we're doing a podcast with you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Josh
guys.
does a really good Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, go ahead. Was that Randy Newman or Louis Armstrong?
That's
I can't
like
tell.
a mix of both.
So now we're into Dune.
All right. What the fuck you? What the fuck?
Anyways,
What the fuck?
Randy Newman.
Trees.
What if Randy Newman did the Dune soundtrack? Like he was.
Where you be?
You got a fucking Iraqi. I don't know.
Just cut to all the
gotta-
soldiers. Like, is this supposed to be inspiring? Like,
got a Dune in me. You got a Dune in me. We gotta get the space.
What is?
this show fucking sucks.
I liked it.
All right. Anyways,
You gotta shine loose. All right. Fuck.
dude, what if when the Dune worm came out of the sand, it was
And it
just
was
like,
Randy Newman.
and I'll cut it in.
How do you guys snore? Because I give a good like that.
Yeah.
How do you snore?
Sounds like you have a deviated septum.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I do a lot of coke. So
What about you, Josh? How do you snore?
with a big bubble coming out of your nose.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's how I do it.
Here's
How
how I snore.
Go ahead.
Do you have night terrors?
Yeah.
Or rats eating your face in your dreams?
Have you ever woken up fighting somebody? Yeah. Just me? All right, sorry.
No.
We'll move on. You ever woken up out of breath and swinging at the air?
No.
No? Okay.
You ever wake up in a puddle of your own sweat and shit?
Yes.
Yes, me too.
All the time. Under the Skin is amazing.
Here are a few movies
Shut
playing
the
near
fuck
Dallas
up.
Yeah,
today.
no, and let's hear her
Dragon
out.
Ball Super.
Nice.
Superhero.
Nice.
Bullet Train. Beast. And Top Gun. Maverick. If you'd like to hear more, ask me to tell you more.
Never.
Please tell me more.
God damn it.
No, that's it.
Well, I appreciate her getting back us onto the topic of movies. Which, by the way, Dragon Ball Super, superheroes, shit name.
Yeah.
It's a terrible
Hey,
name.
When it comes to anime, not the worst name though.
That's true.
That's fair.
There's literally like there was one that came out a couple weeks ago, or it's scheduled to come out in a couple months, but they announced it, and the title is literally like, I was reincarnated in a dungeon at level 1, but then I fought slimes until I became level 99, and now I'm the most powerful dungeon crawler.
Jesus. Josh, you're itching your head.
Yeah, is that?
It's the wig.
It's you know.
Well,
it's
don't
fu-
itch it with the gun,
The
dude.
safety is off.
There you go.
No, I mean on. Fuck.
Make me nervous when you do that, though.
No, you're good now.
What do you mean?
Well, you're itching your head with the firearm, so it makes me a little nervous.
Just a fucking gun. dude.
Okay, stop waving it at me,
Can I see
dude.
it?
Yeah. But
Under the Skin.
it's fantastic. Visually striking. One of the best films fucking ever. Like, this is a top 100.
Dude,
Easy.
for real, when I rewatched it recently, I forgot how hard it hit. Like,
Oh, it's fucking fantastic.
The end is one of the best payoffs.
Man.
Dude.
And it's dude, the reveal of like the actual fucking shit.
editing
And
that out for spoilers, but it's okay.
that I said
I'm going to put beeps all over this.
that's so infuriating. All right,
Josh,
fine.
quit saying.
All right,
Please
whatever.
stop spoiling everything.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so this is only the second time I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I saw it the one time in the theater. I was like, oh, that was fucking terrific. Loved it. And for whatever reason, didn't go back and rewatch it. So then I watched it again. Wow. Fucking wow, dude.
So good.
Yeah,
Like, right
Men in
from the-
Black is more rewatchable though. Coming back to Men in Black though,
Arguable.
More watchable.
more rewatchable.
Rewatchable. You know what? You could argue it.
And I am.
I love how
Good
like
job.
visually striking Under the Skin is from the beginning though. Like it's just shapes and colors.
Yeah,
And then
fuck.
it starts to form like an eye, and then you're like, oh, they're building a human.
Yeah.
That's a Scarlet.
It's like when you pour cream in your coffee and you're just like,
and you're like witnessing the birth of a universe. Like,
wow.
Next up is Enemy.
Yeah.
ooh, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Jakey
Denny
Jillies.
V.
Denny V, a lesser known of his movies.
Guys, I did not care for this one very much.
Why?
It just didn't really hit for me. I don't know.
You
Like,
don't
it's-
like good
it's-
things?
Yeah, that's it. No, I just didn't think it was visually as interesting as other Denny V projects.
It doesn't look as good, that's for sure.
I don't know. It just I don't know if I was in the wrong mood for it, but like as a whole, this does not feel like a Denny V joint. Like the things that I expect out of a Denny V joint. This really
Yeah.
doesn't do it. It's very abstract. It's very
That's true.
different. So I just wasn't about it.
Yeah, it's one of his earlier movies.
I like the part where Jake Gyllenhaal, he's like the one guy's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I am the enemy." Like
Yeah,
that part
dude.
went hard.
that
So
line
the
is
script
crazy.
was lacking in that way. Yeah.
well, that one part went really hard though.
Yeah.
That was a good part.
And when he
Yeah.
looked into camera and when he
Yeah.
said it was just so.
but he did that after Prisoners, right?
Yeah,
I
think so.
Good question, actually.
I'm pretty sure he
like
did.
2013, right?
Yeah, I think he did it after Prisoners, which is like you expect the follow up to Prisoners to be fucking hard as
Right.
shit, and that just did not go.
It is a
man.
prequel to Hero with Jet Li though, which I do appreciate.
Same year.
What?
Same year. Interesting.
Now I got to get specific dates.
Pacifics.
Yeah, Pacific.
Go ahead.
Specific rim job.
Alexa, when did the movie Prisoners come out?
The film Prisoners was released on September 20th, 2013.
September 20th. Alexa, when did the movie Enemy come out?
The film Enemy was released on February 6th, 2014.
So Prisoners was after.
No, 2014. She said.
What?
What? Did she say 2014?
Yeah.
I just totally. I'm a bad listener.
I wonder why does
Now I get why my girlfriend is mad at me all the time.
IMDb say 2013?
I mean, it probably did a
Like an international
platform release.
Yeah.
So New York, LA, late 2013,
Well,
and then wide in 14.
yeah, that's actually weird then. That is strange that
So like in that way, it's like this is the follow up
Yeah.
to fucking Prisoners.
you're right. That is
Then
weird.
you drop Enemy. I was like, eek.
Yeah.
And it's really abstract. Obviously, the ending is what it is, and I liked the ending, but like, huh?
yeah, it's probably one of the biggest what the fuck endings.
I want to fucking Home Improvement. Like
Yeah.
at the end of that.
No,
dude.
it definitely is that. Oh, it was an A24 movie.
Yeah, one of the first.
I did not know that.
So is Under the Skin.
Under the Skin.
Yeah.
Under the Skin.
But yeah, it is more abstract, and I would agree that it does not feel like a Denny V movie. You're right about that.
It's cinema, but definitely not 4-3. Like, not at all.
That's fair. I'm not rushing to own that one anytime soon. I did like the thriller aspect of like an evil twin, just being like, why do we look the same? Like that is in itself a great premise.
So yeah, enemy not 4-3. Leon the Professional.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, what is it? The questionableness of Natalie Portman's role?
Dude.
Very questionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you take that out, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's a French director, man. It's okay.
Yeah,
I liked this movie a lot when I was younger. This is like one of those first, like, oh, this is cinema, dude. You know?
Yeah, because it's what the internet tells you is cinema.
I mean,
Right.
it is a good movie.
Sure.
And it's a good movie, but watching it again, dude, holy fucking shit, is it like not good?
Really?
Lolita
It is
the Professional.
Problematic
Yeah.
as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And,
And
like
you own it,
I now own it. Well, because I was
so you
like,
condone it.
Yeah,
was like,
so
this
you're
movie's-
like,
yeah. I was like, shit, I need to own this movie. It's great. And then rewatching it, it's like, oh, this is not good.
You put that right on your shelf next to Catch a Predator box set.
Why don't you have a seat right over there, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
if they made that, day one purchase, dude. Swear
It's
to
got
God.
all the Predators. It's got Prey. It's got Alien versus Predator.
Right. The Predator box set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. So Leon the Professional does not hold up in the way that, I mean, it's just problematic as fuck. I don't know who watched this and was like, yeah, this is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the movie itself is good.
Yeah.
But shit.
But there's a big shit stain on it.
Anyways, I think Leon the Professional is a good movie, but it's really difficult to watch because of the elephant in the room, man. Like Natalie Portman is way too fucking young to be doing that role, you know?
Is that her first or second movie?
I honestly don't know.
I think her first movie was Heat.
No, that's
she's-
afterwards.
Yeah.
She's older in Heat than she
She's
is in
in
Leon.
Leon.
Okay.
So she's fucking
She's like Jodie Foster in Taxi Driver young.
dude, younger than that though.
Yeah.
She is fucking young. They sleep in the same bed together at one point. She's doing like a fucking Marilyn Monroe impression too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeesh.
dude,
I
it
remember
is
there's like a bra scene. I remember.
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
not cool.
not fucking cool. Big yeesh. And
Gary
this is-
Oldman, though.
Gary Oldman, dude, and like I said, the movie itself, aside from all of that, is fantastic. Leon, Jean Reno is fucking incredible, dude. It's just that aspect of it is like fucking yikes, dude.
Yeah.
Big time yikes.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but isn't the movie about her being that way because she had a rough upbringing and he's very dismissive of it because he's professional?
See, that's the thing, dude. Like, I thought that as well. He is not very dismissive of it.
Oh.
Like, she'll say something very sexual to him and he'll like spit up his milk as like a comedy. You know what I mean? As opposed to being like, you need to stop that. You're fucking this year's old. I am this year's old. Absolutely not. He never does that. He's always just like,
That was a wacky thing.
okay. You know what I mean? And like, he'll stop her every now and then, but it's not like, it's like a playful, okay, you need to stop that now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not actually putting a fucking
Right. It's not as like
brick wall up. You know what I'm
it,
saying?
got
Hey, the
And
French, chill out.
And allowing her to sleep in the bed is another fucking thing where it's like, okay, dude.
Yeah,
there's-
that's like,
yeah, it's tough, man. And
But isn't there a father-daughter dynamic to it also? That's what I remember.
she's in love with him. She at one point she's like, I'm in love with you. And he's like, you can't be, but okay. Like, you know what I mean?
He's so professional.
I think it's one of those where, like, you know, even more down the road, it's going to be like, oh, that's just a fucking crime that movie
Yeah.
exists. You know what I mean?
Yikes. Yeah.
oof, I haven't seen it in over 10 years.
Yeah. I mean,
I implore you to watch it again through that lens. And like I said, it's not overt, but it's like, yikes.
The fact that it's in there, you just feel uncomfortable watching those.
Yeah.
so what else did you watch?
I watched The Girl in the Spider's Web.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice. Is
Yeah.
that one with Rooney Mara, or is that one of the Swedish?
No. It's the American sequel that did not include David Fincher or Rooney Mara.
Yeah.
And it is the Fede Alvarez picture. Fede Alvarez, as we know, did Evil Dead remake. And also with Claire, what's her name? Claire Foy.
Foy.
Yeah.
Who is a great actress.
Great actress. Now, I'll say...
And you rewatched this just now, right? With me.
Yes, and I remember when I saw it years ago, I must have been in a good... I'll preface this. We watched this per my recommendation. I was like,
Right.
dude, you got to see Girl in the Spider's Web. It's not bad.
Yeah.
And like I was pretty, surprised. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And, it's Fede Alvarez, and I was like, going in, I was stoked. As it played out, I was like, this is not as five-head as I remember.
I hate that feeling so much.
Yeah.
Damn
you
it.
hype it up, and then you're like, "Shit."
damn, I was really stupid a few years ago.
Yeah, or I was like, it just hit different a few years ago.
Yeah.
Caught me at the right time or something.
Yeah.
It was still really good. It's a really solid.
It's really
movie.
good. Yeah.
But it's not Fincher-esque. It's a little spoon feedy. It's got a little bit of the. I'm sorry, I'm hijacking your watch list.
No, please continue.
It's a little spoon feedy, and it's got some of that like downloading hacking data like type of shit. Whereas in like Dragon Tattoo, you barely saw a laptop screen.
Exactly.
Where it would be like
you're on the
it's
other
encrypted.
side of it.
Like, hey, that's encrypted. She goes, please, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the way they handle it in this is a bit three-head, a little bit more popcorn. Some are fun. Top-down convertible fun time,
Just different vibes.
but it does have some redeeming scenes, like some really cool scenes in it.
Absolutely. Stephen Merchant's in it, who's
Ooh.
great. It's the cast is really great. Fucking oh man, what's his name, dude?
Ving Rhames.
Sorry to bother you.
Oh, Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield. He's
Yeah.
great.
He plays the hacker on the NSA side.
And fucking Love from Blade Runner 2049.
Yes, yeah.
She's in it, dude, and she is fucking fantastic. I really think it's a good movie. It's definitely not 4-3 for me, but it's just really, really good.
It also has that hill to climb for you all right off the bat because it's not Fincher and it's not Rudy Mara, and
Yeah.
you're just like, why does this exist? It's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, and then they just stopped.
And the guy that used to recast Daniel Craig,
No, yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
He's like
who is
10
it?
years younger.
just some
Just some
guy,
dude.
Some dude, and it's just
some guy that you would see in like a CW show.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
And it's so weird to pick up in this movie where the other story left off, and just you have to just be like, all right, they passed the baton to a
Right.
completely different situation and just deal with that. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. Yeah, but you're playing with that gun again. It's making me
yeah,
nervous.
it's a little.
And you're holding it like from the the back of it.
Did
which
you
is
go
so
through training
weird.
to get that?
Jesus fucking Christ! It just went off. Stop. Just fuck.
Oh, now you're gonna pistol whip.
Just stop.
Ah,
I didn't do it.
shit! It hurt though. I felt it. All right,
And you
quit. Okay.
stop scratching your forehead with it. It's
fine.
fucking weird.
Anyways,
Anyways, you make me nervous. But how is Spider's Web?
I trust you.
cinema not 4-3.
Fair.
You know,
That's
just
a fair
a
assessment.
good time. Fede Alvarez is great, and I want to see him more do
True.
nothing, more
He's-
things.
He's currently doing a Apple TV Plus series right now.
Let's go, BB. Your
I
favorite service.
I think it's already out.
2 more are gonna go pretty quick.
Let's do it.
Shin Godzilla.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I didn't know what to expect going into this, and holy shit, is this a fun movie,
dude. Best Godzilla movie.
Okay. I was like, wow, there's a lot of talking in this movie right off the bat, but it's like it turns into like this really quick, funny fucking like
It's like the most on point political commentary for that
Yes.
time of Japan.
dude, yes. And it's like it's a procedural in a way
Yeah.
that they're going through it.
But
and,
it's also the hypest kaiju movie ever made.
and Godzilla is fucking awesome in
Yeah.
it. And it like there's no like plot where it's like we need to have him on our side or fucking anything like
no,
that.
he's a fucking threat.
Yeah, big time.
And
And
he's
like
shaped like a pear.
Dude, yeah. Dude, his dead eyes and jagged
the
teeth.
dead eyes, that part was like as he's evolving
He's
and he has
so
the dead
unnerving.
eyes and
Like
he has
a
no
doll's
arms
eyes.
right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a doll's eyes.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
And like his arms start coming out, and then dude, when his spine starts glowing and fucking
Dude.
shoots off the fucking missiles that
Making
are like,
me want to
attacking-
watch this right now.
It's so good.
It is fucking fantastic.
And
And
the
one of-
audio design
Yes.
so fucking good. It's traditional fucking Godzilla shit,
sounds like shit.
but in a
But
good
in a
way.
good- yeah.
in a great way.
And that's the thing about old movies is film can be restored to 4K and to HD can be rescanned. But the biggest tell for old movies is the audio. It always sounds old, no matter
Yeah.
what. You can't. There's just
Mm-hmm.
you just can't clean it up as well.
Yeah,
This-
nothing like an '80s gunshot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just has
Yeah.
like a
But this right off the bat, when it has, you hear that first like Godzilla roar, you're like, oh, this is a love letter to the
100%.
OG Godzilla.
It's a modernized version of 1954 Godzilla.
It's amazing.
So the fact that it's called Shin Godzilla, Shin is like where they are, right?
I think it's just sort of like new. I think it's sort of translates to New Godzilla or something.
Oh, okay. I thought because they were in Shin somewhere.
Shinjuku?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I mean,
don't know.
that's just like a neighborhood in Tokyo. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, then never mind. So is Godzilla like one of those things where it's like free use? Everyone can use Godzilla now because it's like one of those, like Winnie the Pooh now is
No,
a free use property.
yeah,
It's
so
a
there's
Toho
Winnie the
property.
Pooh
And Godzilla.
and Godzilla for
What do
free
you
use.
mean? Yeah,
I'm just saying those are the two free use properties.
Mickey
And we'll put Winnie the Pooh right here.
Mickey Mouse is about to be free use.
Doubt. No.
What?
No way.
It's going to enter the lexicon where it's like it's not.
There is no way Disney is going to let that happen.
I know, but like it's up for passing.
You know what's going to happen? Disney is going to lobby to change that law to allow it to go on longer so that they can retain the rights because they are the biggest company on earth.
They are. Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way.
It's
that's gonna
it's
happen.
like, and it's not even an issue, and we'll do that, and we'll own the world.
yeah. We'll change the law. No big deal. Like Cinderella. You know what I mean? So anyways,
Cut to Mickey Mouse in Fortnite with a lightsaber doing a Kamehameha.
Yeah,
Call me home.
that's pretty good.
father son Kamehameha with Mickey and Winnie. Like,
They fuse and become Goofy.
Yeah.
So Godzilla is still a property that they have to like secure.
it's a Toho property firmly.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Because I was wondering, like, how did this get made? How did this get? Because it felt like a very fan made film.
It is a love letter to the original Godzilla, where he is like an unknown thing that just comes and fucks Tokyo up.
Yeah.
And it's because of humanity's fuck ups, essentially.
But you're
Okay.
so right that it feels like a YouTube fan film.
It does. It
Yeah.
really does, but in a great way, like a big
Yeah.
budget
Yeah.
fan
Yeah,
film.
where it's like, oh, this was made by, like when you see those fan films, you're like, oh, this is what they should do, but they'll never do.
Right.
Exactly.
Like where it's
This
like
has
they'll-
passion.
Yeah, where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is made by the lovers of this franchise, and like they did, like
They're
when you
not spoon feeding you any content at all.
Right.
They're not spouting lore in your fucking face every
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
just lovers of the franchise.
there's not 100 cooks in the kitchen that ruin it.
no.
Yeah, and it feels distinctly different because it's technically part of a different like era of Godzilla.
Right.
So there's like Showa, Heisei, Millennium, and then the American version that we have here where it's like Godzilla versus Kong and stuff. That's called the Monsterverse. And then Shin Godzilla is part of something called the Reiwa era Godzilla.
I want to see more of that.
100%.
That sounds fucking awesome. Anyways, I really, really liked it. It's cinema. It's 4-3. I would like to own this movie.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking fantastic. And the last one on my list, I have more, but I'll just end it here. I went to go see Grease, dude, in theaters. I went with my dad. It's one of my dad's favorite movies.
Oh, nice.
And
Little Grease Lightning.
Exactly. They did a few screenings to promote breast cancer awareness for Olivia Newton-John, who just passed away. This is my first time seeing Grease all the way through. Holy fucking shit, is it funny, dude?
Really?
Yeah.
It is a really funny movie. Like, and the innuendos, it's like, how the fuck did they get away with some of this shit? It's like, we'll make you cream from this car. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Tell me more.
dude, I loved it.
Yeah,
The music
it was
was
fun.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fucking high recommend. If you've not gone back to watch Grease ever,
And by the way, all those people are supposed to be in high school, which is hilarious.
dude, there's a guy
John
with like,
Travolta.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
there's a guy with
all
a
in their
clear 5 o'clock shadow, like
yeah,
Yeah.
they're all in their 30s and
easily,
dude, the fucking scene in when they race in the little waterway,
Yeah,
is awesome.
It's
I remember
great.
rewatching that, being like, "This is intense."
I've never seen that in full. I've only seen scenes.
That's
dude,
it's
same.
great.
I had only seen like a few bits and pieces. Of course, I know the songs, but man, it's fucking great, dude. Funny.
The final number, dude.
The final number, funny as shit. Honestly, it's the first one. It's the Summer Lovin', blah blah blah. blah.
Oh, yeah.
When they're like
On the
dancing on the bleachers,
Yeah, dude.
that's a vibe, dude. I
Yeah.
fucking loved every minute of that.
Having a blast.
So you'd seen this before? I didn't know
obviously.
that.
Yeah,
Really,
it was one of those
fucking-
childhood movies that like my family just owned.
For
and
sure.
I had seen a few times. It was like one of those early DVD buys, I think.
Yeah, I get you. So you'd never seen it then?
No.
It's fucking fun as shit, dude.
Nice.
Also,
Fun time.
growing older means like you appreciate Rizzo in a whole other way, dude. She's fucking hot as shit in that movie, man.
Is that the main person?
No, not Olivia Newton-John. I don't know her actual name.
I don't know.
Rizzo is the one with the short, dark hair.
I don't remember.
Mark Rizzo from Soulfly.
anyways, you appreciate her when you're a little older. You're like, she's a fucking bad bitch.
Yeah, I would love to rewatch it as like an adult because it's all of it's just like the soup of like like
Just
when
a
I saw-
pop culture
nostalgia.
soup.
in my
Yeah.
head, and I bet I would like you. I'd probably catch a ton more jokes that I didn't.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Dirty movie?
Damn.
Yeah, dirty and funny and
Hell yeah,
just big and fun and stupid and cinema.
hell yeah,
Absolutely. That's it for me.
excellent.
Super long. Sorry about that, guy.
Alex, you
Oh,
want to go
fine.
next?
Sure. First of all, let me bring up my list, but I know that I have finished The Rehearsal on HBO Max.
Yeah,
Dude, this shit is beyond wild. You have got to watch it. It's only 6 episodes. I can't even describe the type of show it is because it's Nathan Fielder getting to do whatever he wants. You have to watch it. I don't want to spoil anything. There are moments where it's like strangely wholesome that you don't expect, and then because of Nathan Fielder being Nathan Fielder, he turns it to like almost like a sinister moment, and you're like, "What the fuck?" It's
Oh,
dude,
God.
It's
He's tough.
It's like
Like,
nothing I've ever watched.
I could barely get through Nathan For You because I just felt bad for all the people, and I felt I would cringe at all that. I've said it so many times. Like he's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. He's also hilarious, but it's tough for me to watch.
There's probably over the course of the 6 episodes, there's maybe like 2 interactions I would say that are like on the level of like exploitative cringe that Nathan For You is sort of known for.
Yeah.
The rest of it is stuff that I was just sort of marveling at.
All right.
Like, at least watch episode 4, which has one of the
I'm
most.
not going to skip to episode 4. Are you saying
But-
the first 3 are filler?
No, not at all. But episode 4 had me like fucking like holding my hair with my hands. Like, what the fuck? How did he think of this? How is this happening?
This sounds
Dude.
stressful.
It sounds very stressful.
Yeah,
But you loved it.
but you
I
recommend it.
loved it. I recommend it. It is
Okay.
wild. I'm so happy that it's been renewed for season 2.
Okay, yeah. I've heard and nobody stops talking about it. So
You got
Yeah,
it.
I feel like one of those things. It's one of those things that you avoid because you see it everywhere. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're like, it can't be that good. You're like,
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna unwatch it out of spite.
I have no doubt that it's fucking fantastic.
I'm sure.
It's just like stresses me out.
Yeah, the thought of it stresses me out.
The first episode.
It's real people, right?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's also not.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
The first episode presents the sort of like concepts that he's working with throughout the rest of the season.
Okay,
and
don't
then
go too far. I don't want you to
and,
spoil it.
but then episodes 2 through 6, the rest of the season are like one continuous storyline.
all right, it's a big reco.
Yeah,
We got
big
it.
reco.
Okay,
Big
That's-
reco.
Don't you like how it's just falling on deaf ears? We're like,
Yeah, I'm like, guys, please.
We're like, we get it's good, but fuck you.
Yeah,
It's not that. It's just like
you just don't
I'm
want to feel
scared.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
yeah, I'm scared. Basically,
Yeah.
I got you.
he makes me uncomfortable.
Id Invaded. This is I'll get it out of the way, Josh. It's an anime. Sorry.
I mean, based on the title, who would have guessed?
I will say it is similar, and you're going to shoot me for this. It is similar to Inception in that it is about people diving into minds of criminals in order to derive their motives. And for that reason, it is a cool watch. It is
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
It is like a sort of like a detective procedural, but like sci-fi as well.
See, like that's something that
Okay,
I would
okay.
feel like
You're waving the gun around.
I
again.
would watch
Yeah,
casually.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
get
Okay.
you.
So you don't
Let me
need
turn
to.
the safety.
You're
on.
being very emotive with your hands.
I don't know.
Shrugging.
That's
What do you want me to do?
That's your sitcom promo cover. What are you gonna do? So It Invaded. Good stuff, fun stuff. I like it. It's also a very short anime, 13 episodes, not 1029 like One Piece.
One season.
One season,
One and done.
one and done.
Love that.
You'd love
there
to
is-
see it.
But there's a manga sequel which I am waiting to read.
What is the animation style like? What should I picture, Alex?
It's good. It's
Speaking of animation style, is there anything that has ever been done in the likeness of that Kill Bill cartoon cutaway they did?
Afro Samurai.
Nice.
Afro Samurai goes hard.
Like where they impale somebody and it's like a
like-
fucking river, like a geyser
Yeah.
of blood goes off.
Some of the fight scenes in Samurai Champloo as well. Those go really hard.
Okay. I remember seeing that being like, that's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shigoryu Death Frenzy.
That was such a fucking cool detail to add to that film.
That's
so fucking
that part
hard.
goes so fucking hard.
Yeah. Some of the
It's like,
coolest anime ever.
Let's go into Lucy Liu's background. Oh wait, here's an anime sequence.
Amazing.
The only anime that is cinema.
Please stop pointing with the gun. It's making
Yeah, it's a little.
You're holding it so weird. Too.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Yeah, that's not how they train
like
you to
shoot
hold
with the
it.
pinky.
Bing, 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 bing.
All
Number
right.
3 on the list, The Sandman on Netflix.
Nice. How's that?
It's really good. I started reading the comics in preparation for the Netflix series so that I could know what's going on, essentially.
Nice.
It is high fantasy, so if you're not into that, you're not going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
But really cool. It seems high budget, really well done, faithful to the comics. Aside from like they sort of rearrange some of the timeline stuff, but it still works in the sense of like the narrative.
Gotcha. And this is about Adam Sandler, right? The Sandman?
Yes, it is about his journey to becoming Jack and Jill
Yeah, the origins leading up to.
and how he finds the clicker from
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah.
So I tuned the fuck out. Are you? It is the book. It is faithful to the book.
Yeah, I would say like 99%. Yeah.
The book is by
Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman. That's
Yeah.
right. Cool.
Yeah.
Didn't you really like the show so far?
Yeah.
Where is it again?
Netflix.
Not Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No.
What do you mean?
Like playing Sandman?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he was attached at one point, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think. You know what? I like him. I don't like watching him in movies. Is that, you know what I mean?
You like the actor. You don't like seeing him in movies. You didn't like Inception with him in it?
I think it could be better with a different guy. Hey, is that a safe way to scratch your eyeball on your head?
What do you mean?
Last on the list. Yeah, that's probably.
Sorry, I
a
just
little
wanted to
bit-
adjust that. It was facing me again. Please stop.
Yeah, well, it is one of Josh's belongings, so he could do what he wants with it.
All
I
right.
would argue.
All right, we'll leave it right there.
So it's cool there.
it's
I think.
aiming right at my dick.
Well,
Don't touch it.
lastly, I have the first of the films that I plan on watching of this franchise, One Piece Strong World. This is a good movie that I would...
Is it canon?
No.
Fucking weird, dude.
But it is written by Eiichiro Oda, the author of One Piece.
Okay, so you watched a whole filler movie.
It's not filler. Filler is something written by the studio and not the author of the...
You know what filler is?
Just matter.
Let's go.
So that's my list. Those 4 things.
Solid.
Good shit, man.
Thank
Thanks.
you. All right. What have I been watching? Thanks for asking, guys. So to kick my watch,
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
what you got there?
Zoa.
Nice.
Tropical Punch.
Tropical punch. I thought it was fruit punch.
Tropical
No, it's
Punch.
tropical.
I thought it was fruity.
From the Tropic of Capricorn.
Fruity punch.
Nope. You're wrong.
What if it was just called punch?
Zoa Punch.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah. This is the
Damn,
punch
you
one.
little slurpy bitch.
Cinema Punch.
Nice. Zoa sponsored the pod.
Why doesn't One Punch Man have a punch? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
The
it's,
one
it's
punch man punch.
obvious.
Yeah, the one punch man punch.
Yeah. Because you die.
So I watched.
That sounds so good.
Sorry. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll just keep. You aggressively are slurping that. And all right. So I rewatched.
Chris, come on.
All right. Fine. Sorry. I watched Boogie Nights.
So refreshing.
That sounds so good, dude.
I actually thought I had seen this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
You thought you would see. This is your first watch?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was like,
dude.
I'm gonna rewatch.
PTA,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. So when I got into PTA, like Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood, I thought I had went back and like what because I watched Magnolia, the Tom Cruise, which is crazy movie. His other villain role, probably only
Wait,
other villain role.
when did you talk about Magnolia?
What do you mean? When did I talk about it?
Yeah.
When
I
have
haven't
you-
talked about it, but like when I got
Wait,
into PTA,
you haven't watched it recently?
No.
Oh,
but
okay.
when I
Okay.
got into PTA, I was
Okay.
like, "Who's this guy?" And I went back and watched everything.
Got it.
Have you seen Magnolia recently?
No.
No, I've
Have you
never
seen it at all?
Never seen it.
Never.
bro.
I just bought it on Blu-ray.
I always confuse it with Brazil for some reason.
Tom Cruise
I have
plays.
that on Blu-ray.
Tom Cruise plays like an Andrew Tate alpha male like type of guy.
Badass.
That's
The guy that
perfect
goes
for him. Yeah.
The guy that goes around like doing conventions about like we need to take back the man, what it is to be a man. You know that type of shit.
Yeah.
Cringe, but arguably
He's fantastic in it, I'm sure.
he's great in it. But that role is crazy. But
Yeah.
one of the only other times he did a villain role besides Collateral that we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Technically, Minority Report.
Yeah, arguable.
Technically.
Arguable.
But Boogie Nights. So I started it thinking I was going to rewatch it, and then like 20, 30 minutes in, I'm like,
like-
I don't recognize any of this.
I've never seen any of this.
Yeah, and
dude,
I'm like,
it's-
Philip Seymour Hoffman,
Dude.
Yeah.
like all this, like
John
stuff-
C. Reilly,
John C.
like
Reilly,
skinny
yeah,
John
one
C.
of your
Reilly.
favorite actors.
Yeah, absolutely. He was also in Magnolia.
But Alfred Molina, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Burt Reynolds,
Wait. I love this part. Fucking come on,
dude,
dude.
he was so good in that. Out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
The gun just like spun around to face me.
It's cool.
kinda-
Chill out,
It didn't
dude.
do anything.
All right, well, let me hold it for a little while.
All right, fine.
It's fine. I'm holding it. Look, I'll just hold it this way so it's not facing you guys.
That's really polite of you. Thank you.
Anyways, Boogie Nights was like Requiem for a Dream, but with porn
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
where it's like you just watch this guy go down the rabbit hole.
Dude,
of
William H.
fame.
Macy, dude.
Yes.
That was such a Tarantino style of happenstance.
Because he said the N-word 100 times.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
why. Yeah, that he went on a racist monologue for no reason. But no, that moment, that weird side story with William H. Macy was very Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what this movie kind of felt like, actually, except it actually had like
Once upon a time in fucking Pussywood. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, Boogie Nights was good, solid. Like a cinema. I wouldn't say 4.3. It doesn't feel. There are times that feel like a PTA movie, and mostly in like the montages and the editing. But the other times I was like, this doesn't. I don't know. I know him for Punch Drunk and for There Will Be Blood. Like almost like he gets compared to Kubrick.
Yeah.
and then
for the Masters. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, The Master. But then you watch Boogie Nights and it was like, Kubrick did comedy. He did Dr. Strangelove, but it was like, this is...
It was very meta comedy. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Boogie Nights feels very fucking Licorice Pizza
Yes.
on that spectrum of PTA films.
Yeah.
He has such a wide breadth of films. Like, consider he also fucking did Phantom Thread. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He's like got such a clear dichotomy between the stuff he makes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the common thread through all of it, the phantom thread, is the fact that someone's running in all of his movies.
Yeah, always.
Fucking 300-foot dolly truck, 300 yards of
Yeah.
dolly truck.
Love it.
Love it too. But yeah, Licorice Pizza. And then what was that other one that was like Inherent Vice? So weird.
That's a really
I
strange
didn't
one.
care for that one.
That
to
one's
be
very
honest.
abstract, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. I want to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah. I
Because I
remember
would-
being like, what the fuck is going on?
That
I just didn't.
that one scene with Josh Brolin like eating that popsicle.
Yeah. And crying.
Is he crying?
Yeah.
I don't even remember
Oh,
that.
I don't remember that.
So weird.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I really want to go back and rewatch that.
It felt like The Lobster at times, where it was like, what is this acting?
yeah.
Anyways. Boogie Nights, solid movie. I also rewatched
Heather Graham. Fuck.
Roller
Dude,
Girl.
Heather
Dude,
Graham.
Me and who?
Burt Reynolds, dude. Holy shit, is he fantastic in that movie?
He's great.
And you didn't even mention Mark Wahlberg, really? Did you?
Yeah, that's true. I didn't. I mean,
He's fucking fantastic.
my
He is
favorite-
great.
He's great in that for sure.
I saw that in the theater when I was fucking 8 years old.
Hey man,
Weird how that
wrong time to see that movie.
Yeah,
So
wrong
you
time.
saw a big, veiny.
And I was like, oh, that's what my dick should look like.
and you're like, oh, I'll compare myself to that forever and
Yeah.
be inadequate.
Now
in
I
my
have
mind.
body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
But I do love the
you got dick
simplicity.
morphia.
Yeah, I do love the simplicity of a story that revolves around just a guy with the best dick imaginable. Like
Yeah.
to the point, it's like the fucking briefcase in Pulp Fiction. Every
Yeah,
time he opens his pants, everybody's like, "Mother of God!" Like any dick would make you react that way. It's like, how perfect is this penis?
Yeah,
And then it was edited out of like blockbuster releases, like the
Really?
the last. I mean, spoiler, but the last like few minutes you actually get to see his penis. And I don't know if it's Mark Wahlberg's real penis or not.
100% not.
Yeah, that is not.
I thought maybe that's why he was casted.
No.
He's typecasted. You seen those Calvin Klein ads?
If anything, it would have been Willem Dafoe as Dirk
100%.
Diggler.
Yeah,
He's got a big old hog.
William Dickfoe. Anyways,
Is it? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I've never been like a degenerate that goes and looks up, people like having sex and stuff.
Should I pull up our group chat? Before I go on, I have to pee so bad. I'm just gonna
Jesus Christ.
Oh God, take the microphone.
I have to
take the mic. We'll continue the show.
All right.
Just fill the air. I'll participate, but
You could just piss yourself like a fucking professional. Like Leon the Professional. I hate him.
Genuinely the worst host of any podcast.
I know every time he's like, hey, you know what I've seen this week? And I'm like, shut the fuck
What
up.
are you doing there?
Does he piss out of his asshole?
No, that stream isn't appropriate.
It's like he turned on a faucet. You know what I mean?
like a garden hose of sorts.
Yeah,
It's like babbling.
like an art classroom faucet where you turn it on and it's like,
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's too strong. He's got some issues there.
for real.
Jesus, it's a powerful stream.
Kind of gross
I like it.
and impressive.
Impressive. It's like a crick.
Great. Oh, is that how you say creek?
No, like a crick. You go down to the crick.
What
That's
the
a word.
fuck are you talking about?
That's a word.
The crick?
Yeah.
I've never heard that in
Go
my
down
life.
to the crick.
What are you talking about?
It's like creek, but it's a crick. It's probably like a smaller creek.
How have I literally never heard this word in my life?
Let's go down.
And I look at topography maps.
Let's go down to the.
See, you got Pogs in your search history right now.
What do you mean, dude?
all right, I'm back.
Crick.
Could you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
your stream was a little.
Loud. I know.
Yeah, do you...
I get that a lot. Every time I go to the bathroom, it's like, were you dumping out a gallon of water?
Yeah.
It's just what
Are you into
happens.
like sounding and stuff?
I'm not sure what the reason is for that. I can't hypothesize.
Have you heard
You
of
know.
the term "let's go down to the crick"?
No.
2 out of 3, it's not a term.
I rewatched True Detective season 1.
The whole season.
The whole season.
In 1 week. Fuck yeah.
I was
dude.
like, one night I was like, I don't want to do a whole 90 minutes or 2 hour thing. Like, I'll put on one episode of True Detective season 1.
Just got sucked.
Ended up watching 3 that night. Woke up the next day, finished it all.
fuck yeah.
Just, it's like,
Pure unadulterated fucking raw cinema, baby.
dude, it is uncontested as the best series of television that's ever been made for me.
100% agree.
It's just the characters, the murder, the mysticism, like almost like the way they're working towards something that's like bigger than
It's got cosmic horror.
Cosmic
in a,
horror.
In a fucking detective procedural.
dude.
Fucking hard, man.
It's the hardest show possible. Like Russ Cole is the hardest character ever written.
That's
period. Hard stop ever.
That's Chris's He's Literally Me.
Yes.
That's your personal He's Literally Me.
Yes. Yeah. Like, yeah. It's dude. It just I hit the refresh on my love for that season, and I can't recommend it enough to anybody that hasn't seen it.
Season 1 is just
Season 1 is it.
the banger
And
of
then
all bangers.
Season
Banger.
2.
just
Nice. And then season 2 comes along and firmly shits all over the
Yeah.
legacy of season 1.
Season 2 is not great. Season
but
3
season
is
3 is really good.
return to form.
I would
Arguable.
say season 1 True Detective, season 5 Breaking Bad, season 3 True Detective, season 2 down in the fucking core of the earth.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways,
Season 2 had so much going for it too. Colin Farrell, Vince Vaughn,
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams. Like you really want that to go well, and it just does not.
it
I
unfortunately
didn't even finish it.
Same. I
It's-
got like 5 episodes in and like something cool happened in like episode 3 and I was like, I can't stick with this.
Yeah.
It's just so confusing. It's unfortunate, but that's all I wanted to say. Just rewatch it. And one thing I wanted to bring up though is in April 2020, Nick Pizza said he was interested in writing a Batman film, saying Batman is the only character in the world I didn't create that I want a shot at, and he's the only piece of geek culture I have any affinity for.
That would be hard as shit.
Yeah, dude. Dude, have him do a Mr. Bloom, I'd nut.
The way I just saw you like mentally concede to the idea of that, like you're like, I don't know how to describe to the visual listeners Josh's reaction to that, but it was like he had just eaten the best piece of pie.
And he
the thought
started
of it.
floating.
Yeah, at the thought of it, he's like, that would be like, just the thought gave him so much pleasure.
Yeah. Which villain would you want Nicolata Pizza to?
If he did a Batman movie, which villain?
Fuck, Mr. Freeze, hands down.
Really
You think so?
I think the Mr. Freeze story has not been
done justice?
since Heart of Ice, which is the animated. I mean, there's something so fucking touching about Mr. Freeze's story.
I think he's
And-
the most empathetic villain.
Yes, and like justified.
Hey,
Chris,
why are you scratching your head like
hey
that?
man,
now?
you don't have a wig on.
I also have an itchy head.
All right.
Maybe
well,
don't do that.
It's fine. I'm holding it by the top. Nothing could possibly.
I just want to see a fucking Mr. Freeze story so badly. And I, dude, calling in here, I called Robert Pattinson as Batman. You guys remember that shit? But I called it last time. I'm calling it this time. Batman 2, the Batman 2 will be Mr. Freeze.
So the next Batman. Sorry.
the next Battinson.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I'm pretty fucking convinced it's gonna be Mr. Freeze. The fact that the fucking just wait for it.
The
The fact that the Penguin Club is frozen over now.
Yeah.
Solid.
Mads Mikkelsen as Victor Freeze.
Dude, that would go hard.
Give it to me, dude.
That would be amazing.
Gimme.
That would be amazing. Anyways, True Detective Season 1. Shout out to that.
Or Giancarlo Esposito.
That would go hard.
What's that?
Gus Fring.
Oh, as Mr. Freeze? Nice. Yeah, it's a shame that Mr. Freeze is apparently... You've talked about this before, like one of the hardest characters ever, but anytime someone thinks of Mr. Freeze, they think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and all the stupid puns.
Right. He like ruined the legacy of Freeze for a good 20 years.
Honestly, just go back and watch dude. I would future Chris. I would fucking love it if you did this. If you cut to the episode of Heart of Ice, where Mr. Freeze is talking about Nora for the first time.
Dude.
This is how I'll always remember you. Surrounded by winter, forever young, forever beautiful. Rest well, my love. The monster who took you from me will soon learn that revenge is a dish best served cold.
Oh shit, man,
Dude, those-
it made Paul Dini, the writer of that show, cry as he was writing it. Like
It makes me think of like Hamlet too. And he's like,
dude, yeah, it's fucking. That's like one of the most brilliant. Oh god,
Dude, the Scott Snyder mini issues where it's like just about Mr. Freeze,
Yeah.
those go so fucking hard.
Mr. Freeze is just this fucking gold mine that they have not done like a full gigantic story on, which is a
Gotcha.
goddamn shame.
unfortunate. Well, we hope to see it in Batman 2, which I'm sure you're right about.
I think we'll see it.
All right. I rewatched Evil Dead 1981.
Nice, the Sam Raimi classic.
The Sam
Hell
Raimi
yeah.
classic. I hadn't seen it in years. So good.
Fuck yeah.
I would like.
Wait, one second.
Sure. Take your time.
Which is better?
Oh, you put me under the gun. If I get this wrong,
I'm gonna shoot you.
I'll let you shoot me. I'm gonna hold it though.
Okay.
But you can.
I haven't really gotten to play with the gun. Can I play
Yeah,
with
you
it?
can play with it too.
Thanks.
All right, one second.
As long as we don't point it at anybody.
There's no bullets.
That's crazy how there's no bullets. Well, you didn't cock it. That's. Anyways, you were asking me which one was better. Well, I will say it's hard to compare a classic like this because it's a spiritual successor and it's so different. And
Cop out.
I like the 2013 remake more.
Let's go.
It's fun.
2013 is way
It
better.
just goes hard.
It's so
better.
serious.
way more better, dude.
I love Evil Dead as a B movie. As a fun, like the practical effects are amazing.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
It's like peak silly horror. You know what I mean?
It's like the cabin. It's like the OG cabin in the woods movie in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's just haunted. Everyone's being converted, whatever.
Yeah.
But the way it's handled in The Evil Dead in a serious tone, the reimagining that occurred in
Dark horror,
satanic, the Necronomicon.
Oh,
You give me Satan, dude.
Yeah.
You give me Satan in the movie.
Satan.
the way they had it, the possession, like even when like one person would be like, I gotta get out of here, and then they would just stop and it's just a shot of their feet and then just twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Dude.
like,
And then piss running down their fucking leg.
dude,
Let's go,
it's
dude.
that
You give me women pissing on themselves.
Pornhub logo. Dude, if you take away the fact that Evil Dead 2013 was a successor to a classic, if you take that away, it's one of the best horror movies ever made.
Yep.
Period. It's
100%.
probably my favorite horror movie.
Hard to argue.
Yeah,
The
it's-
Witch, Evil Dead.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Which is up there. But when you're talking
Easily top 3 though.
okay, yeah, but like if you're talking like just horror, like it's almost a slasher in a sense. It's a little bit more highbrow than that though.
slasher.
We just met her.
Evil Dead 1981, it's great.
Yeah, but it stole everything from Multiverse of Madness. So it's like,
I know.
Yeah.
I can't. As I was watching that, I couldn't believe he did that after. Like it was so hard. I didn't see Multiverse.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, did you guys fucking watch that?
No,
piece of
no,
garbage?
no, I didn't. No, you didn't
Fuck
either.
that.
You walked out.
I walked out. Fuck that.
At what line again?
She's trying to get in their heads.
Sorceress! Fortify your mind!
The best line written ever.
I want to watch it just for the bad factor.
I want you guys to watch it and stop right there. Like I did.
Do what you did.
Huh?
Yeah, do what you did.
Yeah, just do exactly what I did. Watch the whole movie up until that point. Up until fucking...
Fortify your mind!
And be like, oh, okay, I gotta go. Done.
How's it?
A fucking 12-inch hot dog. Just, oh!
Yeah.
It's a Dr. Pepper, actually.
You ate it? All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Crushed
the last thing I watched was Possession from 1981.
Possession.
Haven't seen this.
It's on. I've been loving Letterboxd lately because I go on there and I just find these obscure lists that's like, oh, I've never heard of all this shit.
I'm
I
so
find obscure things.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I like
Look
finding
at
things-
me.
No
I
one's
watched
seen
a
this.
movie
saying-
from the 80s.
I like Ingmar Bergman.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
You guys are rocking your head
I'm
back and
a
forth.
nerd.
I'm literally
I'm
saying
so fucking unique.
You're so cool for seeing a movie no one saw.
I
shit,
haven't seen
man.
it either. Is what I'm saying. I'm
but
finding
you
unique
have
movies.
seen it.
I have now seen.
Oh,
it.
and you just want to brag about that.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So you're finding movies on Letterboxd now?
yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Please stop shaking your head back and forth aggressively like that. It's kind of crazy. So I can't hit you with this gun when you're doing.
No,
that.
don't do it.
Oh, I'm missing every shot. You find things on there where it's like, I've never heard of this movie. And so much so that I couldn't even find it to rent anywhere. Like, I had to torrent
Oh,
it.
it's so,
so
obscure.
obscure.
You couldn't even rent it.
Good God.
I had to go on eBay.fucking IT Italian eBay to find where to get it because it's so obscure.
Did Grant let you borrow it, dude?
No, but I bet he's heard of it. Possession, 1981. There it is for
Yeah, we
you
believe that it
non-cinephiles.
exists.
Yeah, I'm just showing you because maybe that rings a bell. That's a famous poster.
Let me see
No.
it.
I'll zoom in.
Never seen it.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong tab.
That's a pog.
My bad.
Oh, God.
I like the Pog game with the little cardboard things.
Yeah.
And that's a fat ass white girl.
Anyways, that's the movie.
Who's it
It's-
directed by? Any notable directors or cast or anything?
Cast Sam Neill from Jurassic Park.
Let's
Ah.
go. Of Deep Horizon fame.
Yeah, this is
You mean Event Horizon?
one of the most.
Sorry.
It's just a fever dream psychosis weird movie. Like it's so hard to. It's like A24 could never. Like it's one of those things where it's like
Yeah.
like Ari Aster wishes he did this.
Oh, wow.
It's that vibe where it's like this is going bonkers insane.
You're sounding kind of like a David Lynch fan right now, gotta say.
I said nothing about David Lynch.
Yeah, but you're
whatsoever.
like, it's kind of like a fever dream. It's kind of crazy.
honestly, yeah. There's an argument to be made that this was kind of Lynch-esque.
Lynchian.
It's psychotic. It's just hard to describe because you're like haunted, but you're also laughing at some parts where you're like, what the fuck is going on? Where it's like, there's a scene of the woman losing her fucking mind in a subway for like a full 5 minutes and it barely cuts. And you're just like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah. My favorite Letterboxd review on this was, oh, it's crazy how she invented acting in that subway scene. And it was like, that's the vibe
Oh, yeah.
where it's just like, what the fuck is this? Her just screaming for like 3 or 4 full minutes. I'll have to
Jesus.
show you that scene. It's
Cut to Chris sitting at home eating a bowl full of popcorn. Like, wow.
yeah. No, it was one of those movies where you turn it down because you're like, my neighbors are probably uncomfortable right now.
Right,
where
right.
it's just like full on. Where it's like, is this an orgasm or is this horror? I can't tell.
Did you like it?
Yes, I enjoyed the ride.
Yeah.
It's not something I would rewatch it with people for the spectacle, being like, look at this crazy fucking movie. But it's not like I would like buy it to own or anything. But it was like, it's one of those movies that
Just one and done.
yeah, it's one of those movies that the letterboxd type of people will be like, oh, you've got to see.
Yeah.
this
So not
obscure movie from
4-3.
nah, not
Okay.
4-3 for me, but cinema for sure.
Gotcha.
That's it for me.
Alrighty.
Finally, you made it take forever.
I know,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
Jeez.
Shall we get into Collateral?
Let's friggin' go, BB.
Let's freaking go, BB. This is my first Michael Mann film.
Ooh.
The first one you ever saw?
First one I ever saw.
Wow.
I think I saw this before I even was a fan of Michael Mann.
I was like, this is an action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this came out like when I was a kid. I remember owning the DVD.
yeah.
You know,
I think you're right. It might have been mine too. I can't say for sure, but I remember.
I wasn't old enough to watch Heat when that came out.
But you were
Yeah.
old enough to watch Boogie Nights.
right. That was
Yeah.
a mere 4 years later.
with your family.
I mean, I was a toddler whenever fucking Heat came out.
True.
Insider, haven't met her.
Just there you go.
That's weird.
What do you mean?
That you didn't meet her.
But you're inside her?
No, but I'm saying I didn't watch it, so like
Oh, okay,
Insider, I never met her.
Okay.
What was it Last of the Mohicans? I never saw.
Never saw that. I still haven't seen that.
We watched part of that in like 4th grade, and I was like, why? Like,
Because the teacher was lazy.
So this is like the first one that came out that I was like alive and fuck it. You know what I mean? Like
you had
aware,
consciousness.
aware of
Yeah.
exactly.
Sure.
And fuck, I love this movie back then, dude.
Yeah. I think this was the movie that made me excited to see Miami Vice,
Ooh, yeah.
which is the remake of the movie remake, I guess.
that
of-
dumb
which
series.
Michael Mann executive produced whenever that show was out.
yes, correct. So, which I would like to rewatch.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I do remember when I saw this movie, I was like, I've never seen a movie like this because it felt digital, like that sort of high frame rate realism he shoots with in this movie. It was mostly digital video and one of the first to do so.
It's Soderbergh-esque in that way.
Yeah.
It feels like a Soderbergh, like
That's what I was-
Traffic. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
everything is so tight, and like the way that the digital cameras are being used, it feels very guerrilla-esque.
Yeah.
But it's not like that doesn't mean that the film was like shot on the go. Like these are all very well
Yeah.
meticulous fucking scenes and the script and everything like that. It takes a lot of effort to look as casual as it does and as raw as it does.
Yeah.
Dude, what a fucking master in
Yeah.
filmmaking fucking Michael Mann is, dude. And it's not fucking Michael Mann month without saying like, dude, this guy is the fucking man. Like,
For real.
you know, we have an entire month dedicated to this guy for good reason. Like, holy shit, dude. And going back, it's like, he has got to be fucking top 2 or 3 directors for me of all fucking time.
You can
Like,
see
I
that
just,
easy.
Yeah.
everything he's done. Granted, I still haven't seen Black Hat. I still haven't seen Miami Vice. I still haven't seen Less Than Mohicans.
I would love to rewatch Miami Vice with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
I remember it having that
fuck.
same gritty feel. I think it was also done in digital video. I'm not positive, but maybe it's just the gritty realism that he always shoots his movies like the close up, like the camera always being right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that in Heat too.
And why did he go digital, Chris?
The low light. So in like shooting in the, what do you call it? The Los Angeles. What's the word for the type of lighting?
Twilight?
No, they always talk about
Golden
how
hour?
the orange of the street lamps. Of
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
They were
Low light.
yeah, basically, they went digital because it handles low light better, and they wanted it to. If you're riding in a cab at night, they wanted to capture that feeling. So they did that.
Did you see what they did with the fucking lights inside of the cabs?
No.
No, but I could see it in the movie. Like, is it just like? It looks like it's lit by cell phone lighting. It looks like they're all like looking at.
Funny enough, dude, that's kind of it.
Really?
So the entire cab, like, so they made 18 or 19 cabs. They're lined with like this Velcro situation that they have like
LEDs.
they have cell phone light quality light strips
Nice.
that they just strap on to different sections of the car depending on what key light they're looking for.
That's sick.
So it's just a little strip that's like connected to a fucking like it's literally just like a flexible light,
That's cool.
Yeah.
like a little band or whatever.
That's
Anyways,
sick.
it's fucking fascinating how they did it, and they could put it on anywhere on the car. They could strap it literally anywhere and
That's
get the
sick.
perfect light each and every time.
That's fucking awesome.
And because they're shooting so low, they don't have to be these giant fucking lights either.
yeah.
It's just the same brightness that you would get on the back of your phone.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but the that aspect, there's only one sequence shot on film, by the way, and it was the nightclub scene.
Oh, and it looks fucking amazing.
And it looks great.
That's the vibiest part of the film, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And it doesn't like suddenly
It doesn't take you out.
No, it
No,
doesn't
no.
feel different either. But it was just that they chose to shoot the nightclub with film because there was so much light. And because of that, digital video
It would have been like
better.
oversaturated.
Well, it's just it handles low light better than film. So they, but they just switched to film for when it had a lot of light.
Yeah.
And the way Michael Mann does his films, like he does so much fucking research into each and every character, and every character is so well developed. Tom Cruise essentially worked on this character with Michael Mann for about 3 months, dude.
Goddamn.
Like,
They were like, this is what he was doing when he was 2. This is what the school he went to.
like he gave him photos of his childhood home.
That's crazy.
And it's like,
Yeah.
this is where you grew up. We're going to spend some time there. You're going to be a UPS driver and like drive around and like just be an inconspicuous guy while being Tom Cruise. But it's like, you're going to just pretend like you're a nobody. Like you are just
Yeah.
a fucking guy, essentially.
Michael Mann said that Vincent is one of those people that could go into a crowd and be unnoticeable like a ghost. And so he told Tom Cruise he needed to deliver. Well, he didn't. I don't know if he told him to do this or whatever, but apparently Tom Cruise delivered UPS or FedEx packages for a little while and tried to stay like,
Meanwhile, every single person was like, "You're Tom Cruise."
yeah, right.
He's like,
He's like, I'm preparing for a role. Wink, wink. Or he's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just a UPS driver. Wink, wink. And they're
Like,
like,
so you're obviously
with those fucking pearly whites.
yeah, yeah.
he's too attractive to be a hitman. Like in my mind, I feel like hitmen are like just the most blend into the crowd people in the world. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
One of the best hitmen in cinema history, dude, is the... Did you guys ever see the fucking Will Smith, Margot Robbie movie? I forgot the name of that movie.
Nope.
Fuck. It was some like whatever action movie that came out. There's a whole sequence with this hitman who's just kind of like a schlubby guy. And it like... It's at the height of the movie and like it's smack dab in the middle. It just starts like a day in the life of a hitman. He's just kind of schlubby guy. He goes, gets food. He goes to the supermarket, takes a flight. Fucking it is driving, and then like it cuts to them inside the car, him smashing into their car on purpose. But like he's
Yeah.
like eating these fucking like Twinkies or whatever, and he's like filling his mouth with them so that when he crashes into the car, he doesn't like break anything.
Oh wow.
Wow.
It is like one of the funnest like
That's fucking cool, actually.
Yeah.
concepts in a film ever, and that's like one of the best like hitman I've seen it.
I love that
on
because
film.
like you said, I feel like they are an everyman. Like anytime you see
Yeah.
a hitman in a movie, they're always chiseled. They're always like bald head. They look like
You're
hitman.
gonna remember the hottest guy you saw that day. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're talking to the police later. They're like, "So, can you describe?" They're like, "Boy, can I?" So he walked in.
He was
with-
a Greek statue.
he was silver.
He was silver.
Yeah.
He was shaped like a letter V. He walked in. All I could see was his abs.
It was Ryan Gosling.
It was
guys.
Johnny Bravo with
Yeah,
a gun.
yeah.
his hair. yeah, yeah, and so yeah, I do think they're just like receding hairline, fucking balding.
It's
fucking,
it's Walter.
The Michael
Yeah, exactly.
the Michael Clayton hitman.
Yes.
Like that's hitman.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the hardest scene ever. By the way, the assassination in Michael Clayton. Check that movie out.
Been years.
So fucking hard. Anyway, so yeah, and he goes in deep into these characters. Like he fucking had Jada Pinkett Smith chill with like a couple that he thought would be her parents, her character's parents. Had chill with them for a day. She spent a day with a prosecution attorney.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like just like develop and like asking her all these questions. Like, okay, what kind of attire would you wear? Why are you wearing a skirt versus pants? You know, like dress pants or whatever. All of those things that like her character would need to know that is never really brought up in the film. It's just he's giving them all of this rich background to develop these characters. I fucking love that shit, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Had
But-
Jamie Foxx hang out with taxi cab drivers, actual cabbies.
In the grand scheme of like the world, though, it's not really that impressive. You know what I mean?
Like it doesn't build much. Well,
no, it
gives the
helps build the
actors-
character, but you're also getting paid about 100 to 1,000 times more than a taxi driver would get.
Yeah, true.
But you're just doing that.
Playing pretend.
Yeah.
I think
well,
it's for the actors.
It's for the
more so.
actors.
Yeah.
It's not like we need to know that Vincent bounced around foster homes and his mom died in childbirth and all these like
Sure.
facts. But it gives Tom Cruise like motivation
to
for
sit
how
in
he
it
reacts.
more, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. That's why Heat 2 exists, because Michael Mann has such a deep grasp on who those characters are before and after that, like, there's enough for an entire novel.
There's a whole
Yeah.
world in his head.
Yeah.
Totally love that.
Fucking amazing, dude. And he did that for a movie like this, which is like specifically after doing Heat, which is this giant blockbuster and like lots of moving parts, Last of the Mohicans, Insider. These are huge, huge, huge films. He's like, all right, let's bring it down and do like a 90-minute banger, dude.
Yeah.
But he still does the research for it, you know?
Yeah. But what attracted him, he said this a lot, but what attracted him to this movie was the fact that it was happening one night.
Yep.
It was over the course of
I love movies like that.
Me too. From 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. And it's just the window into that one single night.
Love that.
And I love that, but I want to talk about the Vincent as a character, because from the beginning he has like this determination and this he seems what's the word?
Phased?
Not unfazed. He seems unwavering in his morals and in his like
He's
the way he
certain
speaks.
in who he is.
Yeah,
He's
speaks
nihilistic
like,
as fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
he speaks like Russ Cole from
Yeah.
True Detective, and with a certainty, and not to say it's just like Russ Cole, but to say he speaks with the same certainty, where he's like,
Yeah.
"This is the way the world is. Fuck your worldview."
Yeah.
Like from the beginning, he says that, right? Like that's what he is. But like
And like he's analyzing Jamie Foxx's character up and down, the Max
Yeah.
character.
from the beginning,
Like breaks him down from the beginning, dude.
yeah, where he's like, the guy says, "Oh, it'll take about 7 minutes." He's like, 6, not 8.
Yeah.
He's like, not 6, not 8, and he's like, "Oh, so he knows that guy's done this for a long time."
Yeah.
He's like all those
He's like,
like,
you probably know the light schedule too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
he knows shit like that, and he's like, oh, so this is just temporary. How long you been doing this? 12 years. He's
Yeah.
like, he's
And- but
breaking
then
him
you
down.
see-
Yeah, yeah.
But dude, then you see Tom Cruise's reaction. He looks up, and then back to what he was
Immediately
doing.
internalizes it, puts it in his fucking thought factory.
Let's go.
Like,
This is I'm saying it now, the best Tom Cruise performance.
I
Dude.
agree with you.
Hard to argue, because this is fucking fantastic.
Name a better like actually acting performance.
There's
Tropic Thunder.
Here's the thing. There's only two Tom Cruise movies where I don't think I'm watching Tom Cruise. It's this and Minority Report. Everything else, I'm like, this is Tom Cruise every time I see him.
Yeah.
And especially so in Tropic Thunder, because the whole time I'm thinking, wow, that's Tom Cruise in all that makeup.
And that's why it's funny.
Yes.
Where it's like, can you believe Tom Cruise is in this makeup?
Magnolia, like you said. It's still Tom Cruise.
I would argue this and Eyes Wide Shut are the only for me.
Eyes Wide Shut is hard though, because it's like that's still Tom Cruise.
It's still...
Yeah, it
T-
is.
Ooh, oh, that's-
Dude, when he's
that
smoking
good,
the
that good marijuana, dude.
Yeah, watching him smoke a
Ooh,
joint. And
I'm
acting
so
like
fucked. I'm so frigged up,
he
dude.
holds it like this.
So you can tell like that. Yeah, I don't know. This is his best performance. I'll say
Yes.
that.
I
Yeah.
think it's hard to argue. He's fucking fantastic in
And
this.
just-
And I love seeing him as a bad guy.
Yeah.
As a bad guy, but also with silver hair right off the bat. You're like, this is interesting.
He's literally me.
yeah.
He's literally me. Fucking fucking Jay Leno, dude. Fucking Jay Leno looking ass dude.
yeah. It's those very small details in his performance that just make him as a character
Feels so more real.
electric.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just hypnotizing on the screen. Like, for example, another example, I'm jumping ahead, but the scene where his dispatch calls in, like, you were in an accident, you're paying for that, blah, blah. And he stops what he's doing, stops killing people to
Help this guy take like control of his situation for the first time.
yes,
Yeah.
like but it establishes he has like this strong moral worldview where he's like, I'm not gonna let this guy fucking walk all over this dude. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And he tunes in and he's like, tell me you're gonna do this. He didn't have to stop everything and fucking do that.
He was like on his way out the door. He's like, let's fuck this guy.
yeah,
You know?
and then but people argue, like, I've seen like YouTube videos where people argue like, oh, he had to do that because the dispatch was getting in the way, Where it was like,
I mean, you
don't
could
think so.
argue that, but
That's not the vibe I got from maybe Tom Cruise's performance or just in general. The vibe I got was, this is against my morale, like his strong worldview.
Yeah.
But also it establishes immediately that relationship and that like appreciation he has for Max.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, when he's like, you've been doing this for like, oh, you're a professional. You're good at what you do. With the
I'm
7
also
minutes,
a professional.
Yeah. With the 7 minutes thing, right off the bat, it was like, oh, you are really good at what you do. You take pride in what you do or whatever.
Yeah. This is the cleanest cab I've seen in
Yeah.
Los
Yes,
Angeles. Or whatever.
exactly. It's all the
Cleanest cab I've ever been in.
they're mirroring each other throughout the movie in
Yeah.
that sense. One just drives a cab and one person kills people.
Right.
But there's a moment, I'm jumping all around in my head now. But there's a moment where he helps him take care of his boss, tells his boss to go fuck himself, like puts Jamie on a pedestal, like stick up for yourself, stop being such a pushover.
Yeah.
All those moments where he's raising Jamie up, and then he goes to leave, he stops and he looks back over his shoulder. He just gives this look like, see how fucking easy that was?
Yeah.
And then leaves almost like a there's
Like, why didn't you do this before?
it was like this. There was so much in that look back.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
did it like,
Dude, it's the rehearsals that they did. It's there's just so much nuance to
There
this
is.
film, which feels, like I said before, it feels raw. It feels like unfiltered and kind of like guerrilla style.
Yeah.
But like there's still so fucking much there, man, which is like you're saying before, it doesn't matter to us, the viewers, like what his background is, but like it says a lot about it.
Yeah, it helps inform the actors what little mannerisms they could develop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how like those tiny minute choices an actor can make can say way more than any line that could ever be written.
Exactly.
There's another moment, and this one in the club. I'm jumping way ahead, but in the club scene, we can jump all around.
Yeah.
Fuck it. In the club scene when he saves Jamie Foxx's life, he chooses to though.
Yes.
Like the guy has a laser, someone aims a gun at Jamie Foxx, at Max, and there's a laser on his chest, and Tom Cruise stops going after the person he was going after and saves Jamie Foxx. And the way he looks at him right after, like, you see what I'm fucking doing
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
You see me sticking up for you?
Yeah, like it's almost like this.
Give me the gratitude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's and that
It's like, you're not appreciating what I'm fucking doing for
Yeah.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
this goes back.
No,
to
thank
his-
you. Like he said that too.
Yeah, yeah, and there's so much in that line too, where it's like, dude, you dragged me into a killing spree, and you're like, you should be thanking me.
Yeah.
I just saved you from the cop that was going to save you.
Yeah. And then the fact that that plays into the fact why there's so much foundation Michael Mann lays out for Tom Cruise's character, where it's like he's looking at him like, you see what I'm doing for you, because he has all those issues with his parents. And,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that shit.
Everything he does is self-serving, but is presented as a favor.
Yes, absolutely,
Like-
100%.
absolutely.
Dude, fucking, or to go back to the very beginning really quick, Jason Statham,
Yeah.
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 one of the craziest cameos ever, but it's like, I think that's such a genius choice for him to make, because it's like we're so used to seeing Jason Statham as like a hitman type character.
yeah.
And for him to pass off a briefcase to Tom Cruise, like it's just kind
Who
of like
isn't a villain generally?
yeah, exactly. It kind of like sets the tone as like, okay, that's a bad guy giving a bad thing to another bad guy. It just sets it for you, man. God,
I mean,
the
first-
choice to do that. Fuck,
that
man.
choice, and the first shot of the movie says so much too. Like
Yeah.
even him arriving in LAX and just
Yeah.
like the exchange of briefcases. It
You
establishes,
bumped into me.
yeah,
Yeah.
establishes
That whole
right
thing.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, it's his first interaction with Max in the movie that really like lays the groundwork for like Vincent's character, and it's like, yeah, this is, I hate being here. It's sprawled out. It's disconnected. You know, talking about Los Angeles, and he's like, you know, people don't know anybody here, and you know, there's a dead guy on the fucking subway, and you know, nobody knew he was there all fucking day after he was dead. It's laying the groundwork of like his nihilism, his beliefs throughout
How he
the film.
justifies what he does.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's like, I love that we never know what the case is about. We don't know.
Yeah, you just know
goddamn
it's
thing.
about a bad motherfucker that can
Yeah.
get this shit done.
But you also don't know it's a case till way later.
No.
Yeah.
Where it's like where he's just killing 5 people.
Yeah.
Just what it is.
And it's never spoon fed to you. Like it's like detectives talking about like, oh, it's another witness, another witness, another witness.
Yeah.
What did they see? We don't fucking know. They're just
Yeah.
being executed.
'Cause-
Tom Cruise doesn't even fucking know. He just
That's
gets a
the
list
best.
of people.
That's
All the
best part
motives
about it.
are sort of disconnected because when the police discover the bodies, they don't immediately go, "This was the witness for the blah blah." Blah.
Exactly.
They wouldn't know that unless they
It's later
intimately
on.
knew the details.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, another fucking detail, dude. After Jamie Foxx drops off Tom Cruise at like his first stop of the night, and Max decides to eat his lunch or whatever. He's going through a fucking brochure of a Mercedes S-Class. Like that detail right there, man. He did not need to include that. That doesn't need to be in the film.
Yeah.
But he's talking about starting a limo business, a limo company.
He's got a little bit of downtime. Might as well use it to do some research.
Yeah. And he's like, that's how good at his job he is. He's like looking into like, all right, so which of these expensive ass cars should I invest my hard-earned money that took 12 years to like? You see that in this moment, dude.
Here's the thing, though, is my takeaway from that whole subplot was that Jamie Foxx was never going to actually do this.
It's like a daydream.
Yes. He
It's
was
another vacation he's taking in his head.
but it was never going to actually happen unless he met someone like Vince. Like,
And by that point, he's past the point of no return.
yeah, I mean, there was a monologue I think he had. He's like, "You're never going to call the girl. You're never going to start that business."
Yeah.
Like he had told his mom that he runs that business. Like
Yeah.
that whole thing where he's like, "Huh." So he that you must be so proud of him. That's quite an accomplishment. And he like looks over at Jamie, like knowing he's lying.
And then Tom Cruise buying the flowers for Jamie Foxx's mom as a person that doesn't have a mom. He's like, everyone buys flowers.
but he said she carried you in her womb for 9 months.
Yes.
And that goes back to the fact that Michael Mann established that Vincent's mom died in childbirth. So it's like he's this
He
guy
never
going
got to
around-
get flowers for his mom.
Yes. He's going
And then
which
enters
makes-
in like a brotherly rivalry with him once she's like, "Oh, thank you for my flowers. They're so beautiful." And Max is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And he that's when he takes a vested interest in her once she compliments him and starts being motherly towards Vincent.
Yeah, which by the way, as a hitman who wants to not be seen and be anonymous, he seems to be very carefree about where his face is.
Charismatic and fucking
Up to from the get-go of hiring a cab driver instead of driving himself.
Yeah.
Why have one more witness?
Well, even Mark Ruffalo referenced it earlier where he's talking about another cab driver that went on a killing spree.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then he killed himself.
So you think
It could potentially have been.
He's done this before.
Yeah.
Yes, but so the point is to frame a cab driver every time
Yeah.
he kills?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
If that
It
lines
worked
up
one
with,
time, he's just going to do it again,
If that lines up with your shitty personal morals, which you believe are correct, then they
Yeah.
are a dispensable item.
I guess, but then I guess so.
Shitty Mark Ruffalo, piece of shit Mark Ruffalo with his slick back hair.
Give me a True Detective season with Mark Ruffalo
Dude.
as that character.
Them meeting in the elevator, not even knowing who the other person was.
Love that.
I
love that little
yeah.
detail.
Dude, Mark Ruffalo talked about, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm an expert marksman because of this movie, and I didn't even shoot my gun."
Yeah. He wanted to be believable in the nightclub scene, just handling a gun, even
Cool.
though he didn't
Yeah.
fire.
Isn't that awesome?
That is cool. Little
Fucking
backstory.
love that.
They trained with live rounds too, obviously.
Jesus.
Of course.
Dude, the whole the
All of Michael Mann's gun training seems like he essentially runs a PMC.
dude, the scene, the best scene in the film when he kills the guys in the alleyway.
Yeah.
That's 1.3 seconds that he kills 2 people.
Yo, homie. That my briefcase?
Is your briefcase? Yeah, it is. Why? You want it back?
How about your wallet?
What else you got for me? Huh?
Fuck!
I mean, when you're talking about a professional hitman,
Yeah.
this is what you want in a movie.
Yeah.
Where it's you want a guy to have
First of all, he plays a guy who is scared for a second.
Yeah.
He pretends to be the victim
Yeah.
for a moment to get their guard down.
yes.
I love that.
and everything. I mean, there's YouTube videos tactical, gun toting YouTube channels that
Yeah.
are this is the best tactic.
Don't tread on me, but wait, Tom Cruise is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's one I'll show you after this. It's hilarious. But we broke this down on Twitch one time, that scene. Everything is so precise and tactical. You watch that in 0.25 speed, it's perfection.
Yeah.
So he has a gun pointed in his face. He swipes, disarms him, and he quick draws from his hip and shoots from the hip. And the phrase "shoot from the hip," people don't really know what that means. Like, oh,
Quite literal.
You're not
Yeah.
ADSing. They think about Call of Duty, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's quite literally that. It's from Westerns. It's to get a round off before the other person gets a round off. So you don't have to draw your arm all the way up and aim. He shoots 2 from the hip,
upwards in the
Yeah.
sternum.
into that guy's sternum, and doesn't shoot himself in the hand, which, by the way, is another thing where he disarms and draws at the same time. So it was watch you do.
Yeah.
But he waited for his hand to pass the gun to shoot. 2 in the sternum, and then,
2 in the sternum, fucking
And then when
3,
the other guy is-
and then 1.
yeah. So
Fuck.
2 in the sternum, pans to the other guy who's now drawing his gun, and that's when he raises it. Pop, pop, pop. So fucking, and they reference this earlier in the movie when they're looking at the bodies.
Yeah, it's the coroner. He's like, I think it might be the same guy. It's the same death pattern or whatever, or bullet pattern.
I like that he's like, I think it might be the same person. 5 bodies with the same
Yeah.
exact perfect shots. He goes millimeters apart.
Fuck.
2 in the sternum, 1 in the head.
the Professional.
Clinical.
Yeah.
Just
So hard.
heart, head.
What else you got for me? Huh?
Fuck!
It's fucking hard, man.
Fucking.
It's fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that scene's everything. I rewound that fucking 20 times.
I simply wouldn't have gotten shot.
But anyways, that scene's everything. And then
Yeah.
of course the after the 2 in the sternum, that guy is on the ground. He executes him just Joker style, not even looking.
Dude, yeah.
yeah,
Fucking well, it was before
just so
Joker.
matter of fact about everything.
Yeah, just applying a bullet here. Fucking so sick.
The surgeon.
Yeah.
And then after that with the fucking
You like jazz?
Right after doing the hardest thing imaginable. Well, we're ahead of schedule.
we're ahead of schedule.
You like jazz?
And you know the whole time, like, something's off. Like, you know he's not really into... Well, you can tell he has, like, a history of appreciating jazz because he has a sort of knowledge of it and he's rattling
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah.
But you know that he wouldn't go somewhere without an ulterior motive.
True. So
Yeah,
you are
he's there
kind
on
of
business.
Yeah.
you are kind of uneasy the whole time. But I remember the first time I saw this, like the fact that he had that characteristic about him. Like, I appreciate jazz, and he can wax poetic about every single thing.
jazz.
And the improv, like, allegories, like, throughout the movie, I
Yeah.
love that.
And he's talking about, like, his worldview is jazz as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's talking about, like, going with the flow and, going in different directions. And where when there is chaos, find a way to improvise.
Yeah,
and shit like
everyone's
that.
within the same frame, but everyone improvises in a different way.
Yeah.
Like-
Which is funny. He was talking about improvising because the band on stage was actually playing a Miles Davis song note for note, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah. Good. That's jazz, baby.
You like jazz?
Which puts this in the B-movie universe.
It does. Because he likes
Firmly.
jazz.
Firmly, yeah. Yeah, so
He executes the bee.
3 to the head. I thought that was so crazy too. Like the way he was just like, Nini. Just give that
Oh,
guy
man.
3
And then
silencers.
catches his head. Like, there's a
Yeah.
respect for him. Like,
Yeah.
catches his head before he falls.
But my favorite part of that scene,
The
Is
moment of realization.
the turn.
Dude.
Of like, we're just having a good time about
Yeah.
Like-
just telling stories and...
yeah, and then he's like, I gotta tell the people back in wherever about this, and the guy's like, fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck.
The guy immediately shits himself right there.
Yeah.
And and then he's just like, you want to play a game, you know?
Yeah.
And then the tension
You like
of that,
jazz?
yeah, the tension of that
Yeah.
of like, if you get this question right, you can live, and how
And like the guy is so desperate when he's like, if you let me go, man, I'll be so far gone. I'll
Oh.
basically be dead. Fuck.
But I love that it was about jazz. It was like jazz trivia,
Yeah.
and the guy was like, oh, I know this, whatever. And you
Hit me.
genuinely think,
Yeah. I think it's that he wants him, he respects him enough to not want him to die without hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's going to kill him regardless.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has
Yeah.
a job to do.
yeah, but you do believe for a second he's gonna let him go.
No, for sure.
When first watching this movie, fuck yeah.
yeah,
I really do. And I think he regrets it afterwards for like a split second. And then it's like, Jamie Foxx is running. I got to go.
it's the one moment of regret we see from him,
Yeah.
where it's like he has like this moment where he gets lost in
Just his thought. Yeah.
Fuck, that's so hard.
It's one of my favorite moments of the movie where you see the charade of his moral code fall for a second.
And then Tom Cruise run count.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then knife hands.
One of three.
And then chopping.
and then chopping. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, whenever so they get to the club, we talked about the mom scene already. That was great. Right whenever they get to the next scene after that, outside of Javier Bardem's club, what he's talking about, like, all right, well, you threw my shit into the fucking highway. You got to go find the list. You got to go get the list.
Yeah.
And he's like, very matter of fact about it. He's like, let me take your ID and shit. And Jamie Foxx is like, what the fuck? Like, why do you want me to do this? He's like, if you don't get this done in 10 minutes, I'm going to go execute your mom on my way out of town. Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking hard.
It's
Turning information into a transaction that benefits him. It's cool.
it's one of those things that was both really cool, but also like, would a professional hitman just trust a stranger to go in to like see his boss? That was so weird to me. Be like, yeah, go in there and get the fucking thing. I'm gonna wait in the car.
Yeah.
There was one thing that was cool about it was like, I'm gonna send him in and they're gonna think he did it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's under surveillance.
It's a quick out because it is an extremely dangerous situation,
Sure.
especially for Vincent.
But like, imagine being the hitman and being like, you've already been trusted by your boss to handle this without a hitch, and then you're like, all right, Fred, this taxi driver I just met, go into this club, pretend to be me, get a hit list, and come back out. The average person's gonna be like, "Bah," and get shot.
Yeah.
Like, you're not Vincent. Bah. It'll be like the scene in MacGruber where
But then he gets to get out scot-free of LA and he gets to go, if that does happen.
Yeah, true.
I guess
he could just cut his losses there.
If he was going to kill Vincent or kill Felix, whatever the fuck.
Max,
there we go. Just if he was going to do that anyway, this kills two birds with one stone.
I guess it's the confidence of him to be like, this will be fine. And
but he already saw him get out of a jam with the cops too.
Yeah,
but that was a pure luck thing, and it was also that they were getting pulled away to the crime scene that he left,
which is awesome,
which is hard.
One of my favorite acting performances in this movie, Mark Ruffalo seeing the fucking beat up cab, like in the security monitors, and he's just like, "Roof's all beat to shit."
Yeah.
Roof's all beat to shit. Like,
and then the asshole cop that he's talking to that like doesn't want to be working with him. He's like, which one? I don't know how to get there. He's like, that one.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Like the sort of like
his delivery there was fucking like effortless and just like you could just see him process it. It's like, that's the fucking cab. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and everybody else is like, will you shut up?
Yeah.
He's like, how is everyone here an idiot?
Yeah, he's like, I want to go home. You know what time it is?
That's Peter Berg, by the way.
Yeah.
Director of The Rundown.
I feel like we used to see that guy way more. You know what I mean?
He was like the everyman's henchman.
Yeah.
Corky Romano, one of your favorite flicks. He's in that.
He plays one of the brothers.
Yeah.
Love Corky Romano. It's one of my favorites.
It's up there.
I own it on DVD.
It's in my top 3.
It's 2001. Corky Romano.
Ex Machina. Yeah, you got it.
Stars Sean Penn's brother as well.
Yeah.
How is that not cinema?
Chris Kattan.
Yep. Anyways, Peter Berg is great in it.
The fucking poster.
What else we got?
Javier Bardem, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of his first American roles, man.
Yeah.
Playing a hard motherfucker, as he usually does, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He was great. I mean, that's obvious, but he was awesome.
And they shot his scene in 2 days, and he specifically like hung out with a guy that spoke, that learned English from, because like he's playing a Mexican.
Yeah.
So he learned his accent from a guy that was Mexican that learned English
in LA,
as opposed to having a Spanish
That's
English
awesome.
accent.
Yeah,
Smart.
that's sick.
And he did that for like a week for a 2-day shoot.
That's sick.
You know, before Michael Mann was hired for this, Spike Lee, Martin Scorsese, and Steven Spielberg were all offered the chance to direct this movie.
I would have loved to have seen anybody direct this, like in different people's hands, but it's just so fucking good.
I'm glad Michael Mann did it. It does feel like a
100%.
Spike Lee movie, though, doesn't it?
A little bit.
It could. I think anybody could really adapt this and do well with it.
I'm least looking forward to the hypothetical Spielberg version, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
That would not be as fun.
No, that doesn't make much sense for him to be offered this movie, to be honest. But he was just so hot at the time.
And as a guy, he's a hot guy.
Yeah.
The coyote. Okay, so I have conflicting things here about the coyote.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard Michael Mann in an interview say that the coyotes were not planned, that they just showed up on set and they were like, all right, shoot that.
That's what I heard too.
But Tom Cruise in the fucking featurette, the supplements, the suppies, says that it's in the script, is the coyotes.
Here's the thing, though. Tom Cruise also is a liar because of the Church of Scientology.
Fair enough.
True.
So it would make sense that he would sort of morph the truth into something that seems more profound than it is.
Yeah, or like marketable.
Yeah.
Where it's like, where like in an interview, he's going to be like, oh, yes, so all part of the plan.
And
Well,
you could see them as metaphors for their characters themselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. That's why that's included in the film. It's
100%.
Michael Mann eloquently, I'm not going to butcher it, but he was like, that was the city of Los Angeles sort of giving us a gift and showing us like their natural predators
Sure.
during this, and like, you know, reflecting back at Tom Cruise's character. And of course they're like silver, of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. That's just
Yeah.
so perfect, dude.
Yeah. So, a silver fox, coyote, like
Yeah.
the same kind of family.
Exactly.
Canine. But yeah, I saw the same thing where it was like, was it planned? Was it not? It doesn't really matter. But the vibe I got from the shot was that it was like, oh shit, grab that shot real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the vibe.
Because obviously.
that's the vibe of, because it doesn't seem like a very put together, well lit.
But I prefer that than
Yeah.
like them
Yeah.
like, all right, let's shoo these fucking coyotes. out of
Release
the
the coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved the way that they shot it. Like, mistake or not, it was perfect.
Yeah, it looks
'Cause it
like a
did-
family of coyotes just crossing the
It
street.
does seem like a coincidental thing, and which it is, but it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
It's magic on film, like, or on video.
Yeah.
It's great. I love
Cut
that.
to audio slave. Once upon a
Oh my
time.
God.
Michael Mann really does know how to use music in his fucking films,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and sometimes it dates it a little bit, but like
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yes. 100%.
That was the one time I was sort of pulled out of the movie.
Oh, really?
Is when that starts playing to them driving. I was like,
It gets
not feeling this as hard as the rest of the movie.
that gets a little music video esque, but it did for me put me in like a 2000s VH1 playlist.
Yes.
and
Yes.
that is a vibe
Yes.
Yeah.
to me, especially the club scene. Fucking
It puts it there.
I'm gonna do the whole song.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Where's the gun?
It's over here.
Oh, okay.
Why would you need that though?
I don't know. Can I see it?
Sure, man.
You see with your eyes.
One more thing about the coyotes.
God, with the fucking coyotes.
The Native American Navajos have an omen that can only be considered as a taboo. If a coyote crosses your path, you're supposed to turn around and end your journey.
Oh, should you
If
throw
you-
salt over your shoulder too?
Yeah.
Should
If you
you
continue,
not walk under ladders?
Black cat as well.
Right.
If you continue on your journey, you apparently will have an accident or get killed. So, and that was obvious. More fun film facts on our Patreon. That's not true,
When Vincent kills Mark Ruffalo's character, dude.
dude.
Subverting expectations, baby.
Yeah.
Love that.
Because you see the film going in a different direction now. Like, they're going to chase, or Vincent's going to be chasing Mark Ruffalo and Jamie Foxx throughout the city or whatever.
Yeah.
You see it. You see the fucking plot.
Yeah,
And
just,
then,
nah.
no, just fucking doosh.
And the way, first of all, the way
It's
Mark
so
Ruffalo,
unceremonious.
yes, the way he dies. First of all, the shock in his face, amazing. He did that so well. The way Mark Ruffalo's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his face, like as he's getting shot. But then, like the way Tom Cruise is just like, yeah, I just shot the guy, basically the protagonist
On site.
Yeah.
and I'm the Jamie Foxx is the protagonist,
Right.
and Tom Cruise is the antagonist, obviously. But so he shoots what?
The Michael Mantagonist.
Yeah,
Michael Mann.
Technically, they're deuteragonists, but you could go either way.
whatever. So, but the way he shoots him, and it's just like whatever. He's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, he just
Yeah.
executed the guy, and he's
Like
not
he
even
threw a
looking at him
can in a
anymore.
trash can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then the guy's like, that was the dude. That was my
Yeah.
hero. Like,
that was the guy that was going to get me out of this situation.
And it was Tom Cruise's demise.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, obviously I'll kill him.
yeah,
Like-
without hesitation.
Yeah.
yeah.
But before we move on from the club scene, the tactical reload right before he shoots the guy he has to shoot.
Yeah.
Fucking love that. I didn't count the ammo, but I
Dude.
would guess it's 13.
Even the fucking kick when he like beats that guy's ass with his bare hands, and then he does the stomp at the very end of that.
Oh my god,
that
yes.
sequence. The fucking
He gives a kung fu stomp, and he's like,
Yeah.
dude. Oh,
Fucking hard,
how
man.
fucking hard, man.
It's fucking hard, man.
Dude, and the way I went back and I tried to count the rounds. I think it was over 13. I don't know if it's super realistic. Like,
Oh, no, wait.
Okay, all right.
I rewound that to try and count the ammo, and I'm pretty sure it was over 13. I don't know what kind of gun it is or whatever, but like the fact that it wasn't the clean 2-2-1 in the head, it was pow pow, fuck, reload.
Yeah.
Tactical reload in the middle of his like runs out of ammo while he's killing the last guy he has to kill in the club, and then shoots him in the head and then leaves.
So
just
good.
love that little detail. It wasn't
Yeah.
perfect. It was just like, yeah, I just gotta.
It's
it's
real.
messy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's real.
it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
It's fucking real, man.
It's fucking real, man.
And
I love those YouTubes that break down like
Yes.
John Wick, and they like
Yeah.
tell you how many are.
I like the
how many
one where
rounds in
they,
it.
they
How much does this have?
It just keeps going.
damn.
That's weird.
Yeah, weird.
Well, it's probably empty now, right?
Let's test it out.
Yeah.
higher?
Oh, it's empty.
It's empty. Finally. Anyways, Edward Norton was also offered both lead roles.
Wow.
Which is
But
interesting.
he's a famed asshole.
Is he?
Yeah, he's well known for being an asshole.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, no.
Difficult to work with.
But I didn't know it.
Guess you don't know very many well.
Yeah,
things.
I think that's an interesting thing. Who would you like to see in these roles other than Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx?
It's impossible for me to picture.
Yeah.
It's a fun little game. I think Jay Leno as
As
Vincent. Hey, what are you doing?
And then Conan as the taxi driver. By the way, Jamie Foxx was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, which to me was weird.
He's the lead actor.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is supporting.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
That's odd how that worked out for them. But he got a
interesting.
nomination. At least he got a nomination.
That's true, but you know, it's
This is also nominated for film
Oscar is
editing.
so white.
It's also nominated for film editing.
nice.
The score, baby.
Score goes
Score's
hard.
great.
James Newton Howard, man. You guys know James Newton Howard, right?
Of Grease.
You guys don't know James
No,
Newton
I
Howard?
don't
The
know.
Ron
He-
Howard's
He
mom.
did The Dark Knight, motherfuckers.
Oh, shit.
With Hans Zimmer.
Nice.
That's
Batman Begins. Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy's fucking hard.
Yeah. Speaking of film editing, though, it wasn't technically film; it was video. First of all, but second of all, you know the scene where they're like he get that audio recording of Jamie Foxx going into the club, and it's like, it's me, I'm Vincent, and they're like, enhance.
Yeah.
That program was Sony Vegas 4.
Fuck.
I was like, hey,
interesting.
I've seen that.
hey, that's how I
I
learned
know
how
a
to
thing or
cut
two about a
video.
thing or two.
Yeah, that was fun. What else we got? This movie sat on DreamWorks development books for 3 years.
Did you immediately think of Shrek?
100%. I was like, oh, this is in the Shrek universe. Dude, any DreamWorks movie, no matter what, I feel like everyone's first thought is
Yeah, like why aren't
Shrek.
the S's turning into little ears?
little ear, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually found a really cool fun film fact about this one.
You know what's?
It's fuck you, you motherfucker.
Oh,
That's the fun film fact.
that's a good one.
Cool.
Do you remember in one of the Jurassic movies, the little boy from the DreamWorks moon gets pulled off and like eaten?
No.
Do you remember that?
No.
I swear that's a thing.
I believe you. I remember one where, because he's like fishing, right? He's like fishing off the moon or whatever.
Maybe it was only in the video game version.
I think it might be.
Like it did the
Oh.
DreamWorks logo, and
We
then
gotta find it.
And the,
There's a couple variations because
Future Chris.
Yeah.
yeah, I swear it's like he gets pulled by his
Yes,
thing, and then
yes.
you hear like
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, which doesn't make any sense for like the Jurassic universe like in a movie. You'd be
Well,
like,
Jurassic World, yeah. They're
yeah, they're fucking summer fun 3 head.
One head.
popcorn people. Russell Crowe was almost Vincent.
Oh, that would have been hard.
That makes
Cool.
sense, right?
Michael Mann, Insider. That would
Yeah.
have.
He goes hard in American Gangster, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Russell Crowe's fucking great.
that's actually what got it out of development hell. So Russell Crowe became interested in Vincent the Hitman, and then they're like, all right, well, maybe we'll actually make this movie. And that's the only reason it started generating like momentum to be made. Crowe brought Michael Mann on board.
Fuck.
Badass.
And then the constant delays pushed Russell Crowe off the project. Mann immediately went to Tom Cruise with the idea of him playing the Hitman, and he wanted Adam Sandler to play the taxi driver.
that
that
would have
would've
gone hard.
Okay, Adam Sandler is the taxi driver. Denzel Washington is Vincent.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dude, Denzel would have played the taxi driver so well too. Like the innocence.
No, I think
he's
I want to see
very,
both.
he's very intimidating though. Whenever he gets like,
Yeah, I want to see him
He
as a
is a
stone
hard
cold
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
True. He could do both. That's the thing. I don't know.
Adam Sandler is the taxi driver, dude. Yeah, that would have been hard.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Denzel, dude.
because you're already empathetic towards Adam Sandler because everyone loves him.
But
you know?
also him being like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I can't kill people type of guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if he was Vincent?
How about
Adam Sandler as Vincent.
How about Jimmy Fallon as the taxi driver, Queen Latifah as Vincent?
Oh, I love that movie.
Now
That's
we're talking.
it. Dude, in the supplements, there's an amazing mounted shot of that car flip, not included in the film.
Fuck.
In what?
The car flip, whenever Jamie
he
Foxx
rams
flips over
into
the car,
What about it?
there's a mounted shot like that they used. It looks fucking spectacular that they did not use in the film.
Damn it.
It is so like, what the fuck? If you have the Blu-ray, like we need to go back and look at that real quick because it is fucking dope. And Future Chris will put it here.
Was he wanted to go across the intersection in front of the Staples Center, hit into parked cars and turn over and get on its top. Most of them land back on their wheels. He wanted it upside down.
It's too actiony.
Yeah,
That's why they didn't use
I
it.
think he. Another thing, like we talked about before, dude. Like when you're a great director, even the best shot, you can be like, well, it doesn't serve the story and it doesn't fit in the grand scheme of like,
Yeah.
what the film is.
Kill your babies.
It is very, dude. There's even mounted shots from the helicopters too that he didn't use.
that makes sense. Yeah.
The aerial shots in this, like, they're, I don't want to say gratuitous, but like,
Dude, they look like news camera.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you would see on like a broadcast news helicopter shots. They're not like cinematic.
No.
But he's done that before.
yeah, it's very man.
Yeah.
But did you notice? Well, sorry, not did you notice? Did you know that he reshot that car flipping multiple times because the first time they did it, he said that was too violent. He's like, that was too much. Like it tumbled too many times.
Like they would be for sure injured.
Even
Or just like
Yeah.
it's too actiony. Like
Yeah.
it needs to be more realistic, more grounded.
Yeah.
yeah. But the thing was, the car flip did exactly like as far as stunt coordination goes.
Like a perfect flip.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
And it landed exactly where they needed the car to land, all that. But he was like, that was too intense. So they redid it 2 more times. They ended up using the first take anyway. He was like, all right,
Stunt driver's like, okay, cool, thanks.
cool, thanks. Cut to a lifetime permanent damage. Shot on Sony F900, blah, blah, blah. Who cares?
Cool.
You like jazz?
Val Kilmer was cast in the role of Detective Fanning, but pulled out before filming began due to schedule conflicts with Alexander 2004. Mark Ruffalo took the role.
That would have been dope. I can
Um,
see Colin Farrell being the detective.
Yes.
I love this detail. Many of the addresses that Vincent gives Max are the actual filming locations. If you search for them in Google Maps Street View, you can go right to them.
That is super cool.
That's
That's
really
awesome.
cool. Blah, blah, blah. Hans Zimmer was attached to the film in an early stage. He was replaced by James Newton Howard, probably due to scheduling conflicts.
They're buds.
All right. That's all I got.
Fire movie.
It's fucking hard, man. One more thing. Let's just get to the finale. The final shootout. We got to talk about that in the subway.
I think honestly,
one
man,
of my
I
favorites.
I feel like
Very tense.
the third act is not as strong as the first two.
It gets out of the realm of realism for me.
It's
Yeah.
pure cat and mouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I love the forks in the road Tom Cruise is always presented with. Like he goes down the elevator.
Oh my God, yes.
That's
He go-
cool.
He goes down the elevator and he's like, which way could they have gone? 50-50. Boom. All right, I'm going this way. And then upstairs, downstairs, I was like, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, this is so intense.
Yeah.
Well, because also his character's like, if I were running from me, I would try to deceive me. So this is where I'd go.
Yeah, like the chess game.
I love that.
The
Exactly.
mental chess game he was trying to choose. And then the fact that he finds him and
But he's like, oh my God. He's like, Max, I do this for a living.
Yeah.
best
Dude.
And that's it right before he dies.
Ugh.
Is Max, and then just I do this for a living.
I would have
And
just given up right there. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
then- and then Jamie Foxx comes out and just blind fires. Fucking
Yeah, he's fucking like, oh god, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. But to me, that firefight, it stood up for like it was like the whole Pulp Fiction, like a whole bunch of bullets were fired and how wasn't I hit type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one of those elevated moral gunfights where it was like they're missing on like a surrealism level.
Yeah.
Where it gets like almost nebulous where you're like, the hitman misses all his shots, but this guy that just goes, hits and kills. It was like this
Like he wanted to live more.
well,
you know?
it was like a moral virtuistic thing where
Yeah.
it was almost like
It was like anti-nihilistic.
it was like there's something bigger at play.
Yep.
That's what that type of scene
Yeah.
implies, like the Pulp Fiction scene where it's like the guy emptied a whole clip and missed him or whatever.
Mhm.
Where it was like Vincent had to die or like good dominated evil, light versus dark, that whole thing. That's what that little exchange felt like to me.
Right.
Where it was like, why wouldn't Tom Cruise hit his target?
Yeah.
It's just like it just wasn't meant to be. It's like this
Yeah.
like bigger than reality
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
100%.
gunfight. But the fact that you don't see him get shot, you're just like, what just happened? And then he flubs his reload.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he just gives up. He's like, well, shit.
Yeah, he just concedes. He sits down and dies. Like,
Yeah.
fucking,
Like the guy that he was talking about in the cab originally.
Yeah, yeah. But it's-
fucking full circle, dude.
let's go, BB.
Dude,
I love it.
goes hard.
All right, guys.
That was Collateral.
More like come lateral.
Why?
Why?
Like came.
Why? Oh, okay.
It's a cinema with Marty Scorsese. We have to determine whether or not Collateral, directed by Michael Mann, is in fact cinema or not cinema, BB. Is it fucking cinema, dude?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, we have to determine whether or not this film belongs in the one true format of 4 motherfucking 3. Yes. Alex?
Yes. And I gotta say, I was not influenced in any way to give my yes answer.
Me either. I'm saying this on my own volition. There's not a gun pointed in my face or anything.
But if there were,
But if there were, I would still give it 4-3. It's amazing.
4-3.
All right. Dumb movie title?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
And you remembered to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to go first?
Go for it.
I've got Cruise Control, Jamie Foxx and the Silver Fox, and then Taxi Passenger instead of Taxi Driver.
I see what you did.
Bit of a reach. I prefer Cruise Control, but whatever.
I have Taxi Driver because obviously, and The Gray Man because he is a gray man and he kills people.
I'll one-up you. The Gray Gunman.
Oh shit!
Nice.
All right. Jay Leno, Witness Hunter. Ballistic and Nihilistic.
Nice.
And Witness Tampering.
Huh?
Witness
like Tom,
tampering.
like Tom
Witness
Cruise.
tampering. Tom Cruise.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
it's a stretch.
Which DMT do you like?
And I'm saying this on my own volition. There's not a gun pointed at me or anything.
Right.
I personally, I like Cruise Control.
I like The Gray Gunman.
I like the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's a taste you can see.
They're not on a boat. It could be confused with Speed 2 Cruise Control. I think that's
Another great film.
Another great film.
I don't know.
directed by Michael Mann.
Anything else?
Budget.
Budget.
All right. I didn't
look
see
it
it.
up either. Yeah. That's loud. What was the budget for the movie Collateral?
I'm going to go with... You want to go first?
30 million. Alex?
I'll do 29 million.
Shit. God damn it. That was really close to what I wanted to do. Let me do 20... Shit. $26 million.
Alexa, how much did the movie Collateral cost to make?
Collateral cost an estimated $65 million US.
Damn.
I win.
You can't say I win while holding a gun. It's a little aggressive.
Or what?
Ah, fuck, you're right.
Or what, bitch?
Nothing. I mean, literally nothing.
Say it again.
No, I didn't say anything.
What can't I do?
Anything you can do anything you want. You can't not do nothing. I mean, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I don't think it's loaded anymore.
I don't think so either.
All right.
That's it, huh?
I guess so. Oh, you want to do actor game?
Oh, yeah, Tom Cruise.
You won. Go ahead.
Mission Impossible.
Collateral.
Top Gun.
Minority Report.
Jerry Maguire.
Nice.
Tropic Thunder.
A Few Good Men.
Fuck. Hold on.
Thomas Cruise.
I know. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie. Oh, Risky Business.
Magnolia.
Jack Reacher. Reacher.
The Mummy.
Just matter.
The
Mummy?
Yeah. The recent reboot.
I didn't know about that.
Guess
Sure,
I'm more
yeah,
of a
you'll
cinephile than you.
Yeah.
Vanilla Sky.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Thomas Anal Cruise.
That's not his middle name.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
He was in several movies. One of them being I'm Out.
Interview with Vampire.
Damn it!
Nice. That's a good one.
A very straight movie, also.
The Oprah interview that everybody knows him for.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
I
one.
forgot about that. Oh, my ears hurt.
Fuck. I'm out, I guess.
Cocktail.
Nice one. Good job. You
Nice.
won. Let's get out of here. I'm fucking tired.
Yee.
This episode's long as shit.
Tis.
As a Michael Mann episode deserves to be.
True. Thank you for listening to The Arts Many Movies. $5 a month on Patreon if you want to support your local on the internet podcast. And you're doing this on your own volition. I'm not making you do this by aiming a gun at the collective, the Criterion Collective that listens, and
The viewership.
the listeners and the visual listeners. I'm not making you do anything you don't want to do, but tell a friend, donate, join our Discord.
B.
No.